All right, we are back with Half Baked Thoughts, and we have the Lift Hard, Live Easy 4 recap with we have Scants' South Dakota twin, Nate Moe. We have Ben Bale, and we've got Big Ben Bale.
Three ninths of the
Hi.
Wolfpac.
And
Or
we
he
have,
said
yeah,
Benavial.
Yeah.
what's that?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
We don't have that
Welcome.
awesome button like Tanner has.
Mm.
We need a
That's an
stain
upgrade.
button.
This is a very low budget operation.
I need to
We're
get my
not at
work
that
phone
level
out
yet.
and queue up some stain down the work phone.
All right, so all of you guys were at the Lift Hard, Live Easy. So how was it? How awesome was everything? Dillon, you want to start the show or
He's off camera right now.
oh he's off camera? All right.
We'll wait.
All right,
We'll wait.
Ben. Yeah, we'll wait. Ben, you want to start this?
Yeah, sure. It was a great weekend. Had a lot of fun. It's the first time I got to go on Thursday. So I actually get to go to loggers. Yeah, it's loggers this year.
Yep.
Uh, Good time and had a huge deadlift PR, so that
What
was
was your
kind of
deadlift
carried me.
PR?
610. 610
Nice.
pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's
Heck yeah.
you've been competing quite a bit too, right? Because you
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
the Utah meet with Matthew Sunling, and
Yep.
then you did USS Nationals too, right?
Yep. And then I did a powerlifting meet in March, and then I did frozen pizza in February.
Jesus, so
Busy
you've been
man.
like
Jeez.
competing nonstop.
Yeah.
I knew of only three of your six. So
I'd be
Yeah, I'm
dead.
signed up for three more already.
Jeez.
Oh my
Holy
goodness.
cow.
You must be rich.
Built different.
No, I just get a lot of overtime.
so
Everybody needs packages.
can you kind of like briefly explain how you set up your training to be able to do that over the last like 6 months? Like what style of training do you normally use to get ready for your strongman shows?
It kind of depends because like earlier this year when my coach and I were talking about it, we just worked on general strength and
Okay.
then just had implements throughout training. And
Okay.
then going into Utah and USS Nationals, a little bit more of a struggle because I got put on some medication, blood pressure, and never being on medication, it kind of messed stuff up. And it finally it's finally getting to where it's not messing with me too much. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
Did your
Because
coach just
in training going into Utah and USS Nationals, I had 600 on an axle to my knees, and it stopped. And then National was 625 on an axle to my knees and stopped. And so, yeah, hitting 610 was definitely like a cherry on the top of my weekend.
how
Awesome.
did you like that bar? I what do you think?
It's definitely whippy, especially the way I pulled it.
Are you a
'Cause
rip and grip?
Yeah,
Well, actually, well, while you're there, can we how do you like that technique on that bar? Because it looked like I'm just watching recaps, but the way that you roll it and then you got momentum, did it feel like you kind of like were whipping like behind you and like helped you a little bit, or was it like not as it wasn't moving as much as I think it was?
so the way I do that is how I normally pull a deadlift. Is I'll roll it out just so I can get in
Yeah.
position. So, oh, I think the closest I've done here for maybe with that bar, the way I did that was not really the right way of doing it because how whippy it is. But I was able to, I lost my balance and then I caught it and was able to
Okay.
I saw
do
I
it.
saw
So,
that. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
because
shit, he's
it
going
looked like
down.
where it is so whippy, where it looked like you're gaining momentum, and it's like trying to redirect it upwards instead of going backwards. It was like, oh crap, I don't know how that's gonna feel for you. So that's why I had to ask there.
I wish I would have tried that bar. I never messed around with it at all. I had one of my general fitness clients who was like in his early 60s. He saw a video and he texted me. He's like, why are the bars so long in a competition? I was like, we'll
Yeah,
talk
it's
about it
genetics.
Tuesday. We'll talk about it Tuesday morning. So
That
I had
bar
to
was giving
explain.
growth hormone.
Yeah, that was insane.
These
I
guys
saw
were all 111-pound lifters.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a
those
bar
are
for
tiny.
ants.
Big Wyatt, what's going on, old dog?
A little man's making an appearance.
That's right.
It ain't bedtime.
No. He hadn't had a cigar yet. No.
Oh, perfect.
Let the man finish his bourbon, man. Holy jeez.
Want him to sleep good, right?
What's Wyatt benching right now?
Almost Candace's bar. Almost.
Nice.
There we go.
He helped me
Close.
with a 10-pound plate.
I was about to say
earlier.
he put up the tens earlier, didn't he, babe? Yeah.
He attempted it.
He's getting jacked and tan.
I heard he's squatting more than Matt.
Probably.
Oh my God.
He is.
Not from you too, Scants.
Buddy, I got to dive in. I got to dive
I
in
know.
a little bit there.
I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
Dude, I don't
Which
squat
one's
either,
Scants?
so I can't.
can't see. I can't tell the difference between Scants and Mo.
That's it.
It's all in the accent,
Friends.
Steve.
It's all the same.
He has the cutest hair.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Mo?
Yeah, no.
Scants, you used to have the best hair, but you went and cut it off on us.
No, I still got a little bit there, buddy. It's still growing.
Well, not like a couple of years back where you had the real flow. Was that when the missus was deployed
yeah,
when you
she
grew
was
it out?
away, so she's my barber, so
No, nice.
she couldn't. I refused to go get my hair cut anywhere else, so I just let her roll.
I saw a couple of people pulling on that bar that they got it, but they struggled because they were rip and grip. I'm a rip and grip too, but I knew to take my time. I loved it. I thought it felt good. Felt good in the hands, as someone might say.
Is it?
I will say, ripping and
Andrews?
gripping.
It was girthy enough.
It was good. I liked the girth of it. Yes.
Said the actress to the bishop.
Those 2 millimeters are huge, okay?
Every millimeter counts.
Yep.
Keep telling yourself that, Matt. Keep telling yourself that.
I will
buddy.
say,
Look at
ripping
that.
and gripping on that bar was a lot easier than trying to do it on a silver dollar dip.
I've never got
Oh,
the
really?
chance. Shoot, there was a strongman close to us that had one, and I had a conflict, and all I wanted to do was try it though.
It's interesting because because we were using regular Texas deadlift bars. So that first year, I just ripped it and gripped it, and you see me going like this with it until I get situated. And then the next year, I just slowly pulled through it, and you watch it break, and there's probably 2 inches between the implement and the ground.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so different.
Yeah, it's interesting how that was a very popular event for a year or so, and it seemed like every Instagram reel that popped up from a strongman had that silver dollar deadlift.
Yeah.
And then you haven't seen it since. I just wonder how many years before it resurfaces and everyone's got to go do it again.
That's strong, man. Everything's the flavor of the week.
That's right.
For
Well,
about
if
2
Paul was
years.
here, he would say that it was the Federal Reserve. It's that damn cost of silver going up.
You know what they say, Steve? Everything is conjugate. We got undulating waves of strongman
Right.
top movements. It's all conjugate, baby.
It's exactly right.
Eddie, you look like fucking Batman going on a call, by the way.
It's making me a little motion sick.
Ready to be. Yeah, I'm driving. I'm up in New York State. I'm actually not too far from Big Keith.
Well,
It's a pretty
why don't
big
you swing
state.
by, Eddie? You're gonna be
Yeah,
visiting
He is
tomorrow.
fat man.
unfortunately, it's a pretty busy day. We just got done the youth from church just got done with the dance, and now we're driving back to the hotel. So they're
Did
all
you
in
say
big charter buses.
The Utes.
Did you say
Huh?
Utes?
Utes?
I heard Utes.
Youth,
Do you?
youth, the young men and young women, the teenagers at church. So we brought up like 80 of them from PA, and they just had a big
Wow.
dance with like another 80 of them from the Boston area, and then however many from the local area. They all had a big glow in the dark party, and now they're going back to the hotel to crash. Hopefully,
Hopefully they
They're
don't crash
teenagers.
into the hotel.
Fun.
Good luck with that.
well, they're not driving. There's bus drivers for them. They got chartered buses. So
Yeah, hopefully they don't crash into the hotel though.
yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. But anyway, yeah. So I'm in the dark for a little while. I'll
Yeah.
probably end up cutting out once I get there, and then joining back up again. Before it's
We'll
over.
allow it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So
So what
Ben,
else?
I was gonna
Right.
ask Ben how, like, what were some of his other events that he enjoyed on Strongman Day?
The tsunami bar was interesting.
Had you trained with that?
No, I went into that not having anything other than just like regular axle practice.
As a true strongman, you just
Yeah, as
did
a
it
true
on meet day.
strongman.
Had you? So you say interesting? Good interesting or bad interesting?
Good, interesting. Good. Like I said, that tsunami bar, it's interesting to press. Well, you know that you did it, but
Yep.
because you're trying to time the oscillation and everything, it's like, makes it a little more difficult.
I feel like yeah, the weight's good on that. I feel like everybody at least got,
Yeah.
for the most part, got the tsunami. Had they started with it, I guess. I think my
You go-
parents told me that they think about half of the people failed the circus dumbbell. Unfortunately, they were
Yeah,
trying
that
to
one,
keep track,
Yep.
but
the
It
one
seemed
side,
that
there was
way.
a ton of people, but I didn't realize they could start with the tsunami bar, but then some people were doing that. I didn't realize that was an option.
my
wasn't kind of
my
tech
decision
set up.
was like last second. I'm like, I wanted to waste all my energy on the circus. I'm like, no, I got to get a point. So I just, like last second decided tsunami, but I'm glad I did.
That's
I
what did it
suck
for
at
me.
circuit.
Big Matt and I were going back and forth about it, and eventually it was like, well, to me, it was like it's better to get a point on the board, and then try to get circus.
Yeah. Because the weight was pretty, at least for us, it was pretty easy. So the more you think about it, you're like, okay, I'm not going to really waste that much energy on that, and you still get a point. So that's nice. But
Was the circus dumbbell, was that, I mean, because that seemed like for some groups it was really hard and others maybe it wasn't as hard. Is that accurate? Was that about a good weight or?
My
was
group
pretty-
is 170.
It was pretty light. We were 160. It was, yeah.
Our,
it was a
our
I
little
can see how it
tsunami
could be like different
tsunami was
for, like,
160.
if
Sorry.
if the circus was like, if it was a manageable weight, but it was like a bigger size, then I could see how it would be still challenging and like maybe hard to train with if you didn't have one that was that big. So I don't really know like if it's like a standard like diameter or like the handle. I'm sure
It's
there's
like an axle.
probably some variations, but
I had one.
I was surprised how many people had a hard time with it. I feel like I've seen a lot of people training it, but
Yeah. I mean, I had all the advantage. I was training with the exact identical thing. I'm just not strong in press, and it was going to be a max, and that's all you could do. I did hear that. I heard, and maybe Scants or the other strongmen know, but I had heard one of the guys say that they're used to like only having maybe enough space to fit their hand in the circus dumbbell, and this one had a little bit more room, so they were struggling to get it like what
That
they're
right.
used to racking
Yeah.
it with.
They
Well, it was
struggled with the longer shaft.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Well, like on the Barbados ones that Tanner has, my hand barely fits between
they're
those.
small. The Bartos
Yeah.
ones I found were small. As soon as I gripped it, I was like, "Holy shit!" I got a little nervous because mine has a little bit more, um, a
Room.
little bit more extra space for the handle. Not as much as that other circus dumbbell. Mine's kind of in the middle. So, but same as that Bartos log. As soon as I picked that and I went to clean, I'm like, "This is fucking weird. This is a very weird fucking log."
I actually really love that log. That,
There
that
was
bar.
something about it. It just felt different. I got a 12-inch Titan. This was a 12-inch. It was just something about the density I don't know, because I was expecting 6, if not 7 reps on that log, and I got
It
3.
was that damn felt load.
Yeah,
What
100%.
what I heard 12 inches is not just 12 inches. It can be completely different. That's what I heard.
I was I round up. It just makes me feel better.
I've only log pressed like one time at Key's house. The width of the handles like a
Yeah,
universal thing, or is it just
pretty
however
pretty.
they fabricated it?
It's
How they fabricated it.
Yep.
yeah,
So like you could have significantly different leverages based upon your like clavicle distance,
Mhm.
or like one
yeah.
log that will feel better for you because your joints are stacked more and the other
Yep.
one could be out. And
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
weird.
The
Gotcha.
Hero Gym in here, they have an 8-inch log that the handles. You, you'd have to go back on my Instagram, but the handles are probably a foot outside of each one of my shoulders.
Dang.
Jesus,
Wow.
wow.
That sounds
Holy
terrible.
cow.
And
That
empty,
just
You're a big boy.
empty, it weighs 168 pounds. It is a
It-
miserable bastard to try and pack.
Yeah, but Ben, you weigh 110, right? 115?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
My arms would be like, that's crazy. I think, yeah, I think with strongman, I think one of the things I like is that everything's different. And for me, you're just gonna have to be stronger. And that way, no matter what implement they throw in front of you, regardless if it's slightly different than the one you trained on or not, you're gonna get it if you know the
So,
technique. But I was so barely there anyway.
well, so you had some drama with Jenna Lee didn't want to reveal what her deadlift was. So like, how did you feel on the deadlift? Because like I had to look everything up on Iron Podium after Keith had posted it, on his stories, and I saw you did pretty well on your deadlift. So how did
Yeah,
your whole competition go, Jen?
yeah. The funny thing is I guess I don't care what people I don't care what people see on my
Yeah.
Instagram. If I'm gonna have it on that day, I'm gonna have it on the day. If not, like you saw everything that I did training up to
Yeah.
it. I wasn't even gonna remotely come close to catching Jenna Lee, and I knew that weeks before. And
Yeah.
I actually told Jonathan and Jenna Lee that my left glute was sore, and so we were joking about. Jonathan said I was half-assing everything up into prep, so she knew I was hurt, but
Yeah.
even before, I still pulled, right around 300, right leading up to the meet, but that bar just felt really good. And all I wanted to do in that one, I wasn't even focused on Jenna Lee. Whatever Heather did, I was going to try to get at least second
Okay.
and
Nice.
keep myself competitive. And there for a minute though, we were on 300 and Abby's out there yelling like, is anybody going to go? And she wasn't going to go. I'm like, God damn it, I'm going to have to try to pull 320. And finally she ran out there. I'm like, oh, thank God I only have to go up to 310 because my butt hurt so bad anyway. But I was like, there's no way I'm not going to go try to get this point. And
Well, and that's what was interesting because where we had them on last, and it was like she was trying to figure out where, you know, off the record, she was like, okay, I want 315, but obviously that wasn't an option with the jumps.
yeah, jumps. Yeah.
But it was like, okay, where is she gonna open? And then
Yeah.
because she only wanted to pull once, like she wanted to save herself for other events.
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting hearing the thought
Okay.
process offline too, where she was really being the competitor, getting into the mindset of like, where do I need to be in order to win the event without wasting energy.
Which is
But that-
crazy too, because I showed her that even if I won the event, she would still win. So like she must not have kept that in her mind. Like it
Yeah,
wouldn't have mattered.
But that's just
but at
one
the same
event because
time,
you
like
never
that,
know what happens on the next one, right? Like
That's
Yeah.
true. I'm like,
it's
I did say that. I'm like, hey, I could win this one, but it's probably actually better for you because if I win, then I think Hannah had to beat her in every single event but deadlift in order for Hannah to take the lead. And so I understand the game, but I'm never going to be able to be competitive enough to keep up with it. So that actually now makes sense because I didn't ask Abby when I put my opener in. I didn't want to know what Jenna Lee was opening at. I'm like, you know what? She doesn't want me to know. I'm not even going to care. And I'm going to do what I can do. And I'll just go for Heather. But then Katie just came up and said right in front of me to Jenna Lee, she's like, you're starting at 290. And so that made sense. Then what you're saying is she started at 290 thinking that she was going to get it. But in my mind, I was going to go 270, 290, 310 potentially. And but luckily she only had to take 2 lifts. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a bit tricking them into making poor selections too.
Yeah.
Like that's like I was waiting to see. We had Matt and Andrew were going to be pushing each other hard AF, and I was just like, I just want to come in with a nice, not too bad third to watch you two guys battle it. Look at that big pull Andrew had. That friggin' just gassed the hell out of him, right? So, but if you can
It
sometimes
took for
push a guy,
days.
yeah.
But Scants, you didn't
That
go on that
was
25-mile canoe trip, so you came in fourth to
That's right.
Big Eddie.
I should have done a canoe trip or something like that.
Uh,
10-minute walk at least or something. It's equivalent.
I was so impressed just like looking at the standings, and then it was like, oh shit, Eddie, like you're having yourself a day.
As soon as event 3 started and Ed goes up, when they said go and he popped that first keg, I was like, oh shit. Oh, 100%. I was telling you that, Ed. Like he popped it. I'm like, we are in trouble because he is fucking fast.
Yeah.
Well, Eddie's so svelte right now. You know what I mean? He's done such a good job dropping weight. It all went into speed.
he was aerodynamic
No,
too
his
with that
deadlift
haircut.
was pretty damn good.
Yeah, for always dealing with your back issues, like just
Yeah.
being healthy and not worrying about it.
Yeah,
I mean, you're probably
that
broke right
that was
now,
a good
right?
pull. No, I feel
How are you
fine.
feeling now? Oh, really?
Good.
Perfect.
I did some body weight jump squats this morning. And no, I'm feeling pretty good.
Good.
Perfect.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, this morning was my first workout, but it was about 20 minutes long. And then I did some forearm grip training stuff. I was doing some explosive push-ups off the tailgate.
You're in your off season.
Yeah,
It's
that's
fine.
right. I mean, the goal is for me to lose some weight now. So we'll see how that goes while I'm
Not too
drinking a
much,
full
though.
sugar birch beer. Not too much?
Not too much.
Go crazy.
We don't want you to be weak. We don't want you to be a twink.
No. I'd like to see what the 270s look like.
All right.
Me too. If I just grow up and start eating.
That is probably one of the things that shocked me the most this weekend was hearing people's weights and being like, why isn't their body weight closer to mine? Like I lost all this weight. I thought I would be like right there with everyone else. And I'm like, no, I'm still like 50 pounds heavier than half the people.
Dude,
like, well,
the worst was going to Swiss where it's like I was 15 pounds lighter than Stan Efferding and Matt Wenning standing next to them. And they're 3 of me wide and they're 4 of me thick with quadruple the arms. And I was like, I look like a pregnant woman right now. This is terrible.
You look like a lunch lady.
Yeah. As Stan Efferding, who's bench 6'11", is explaining, because it was during the world's ultimate strongman in 2018, and he's like pointing out his own wrist and saying he has tiny arms, and yet he benched 6'11", but he never got into strongman because he was too little and small boned. And I'm just like, well, fuck me then.
Oh,
Well,
I'm just
maybe you
a
just have
Barbie
to
over here.
go buy a cooler, Steve, and then maybe you can do it.
One of my
Cooler
biggest
in a
regrets
cooler.
is not buying the cooler.
Uh,
I was so close. I think I had it in my cart like 7 times back then.
As someone who drives a lot for a living, it's not a bad idea.
Oh, it's a
No,
great
it's not.
idea. Just the Chinese manufacturing, it never worked.
Yeah, that was the problem. Someone said that like it never leaked or it leaked a lot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
My greatest regret, not buying a cooler. Someday.
Ben, did we get your input on the Atlas stones? Or the rocks event?
I feel about
I
rocks.
zeroed it. I ended up zeroing it.
Oh no. What was your first rock?
265,
Ugh.
and I wasn't using it. I wasn't using AccuCal or anything. And then
Oh shoot.
most I've done bare hand is 250. So I kept slipping. I should have got I should have got under it more or wore grip shorts, which were at my house and I completely forgot I own until I started digging around the other day. And I'm like, oh, these might have helped.
Son of a gun.
But,
that was my favorite event. That sucks that you didn't get to run it.
But
that would have been heavy though. Holy cow.
Yeah, it was 265 Atlas Stone, 277.
If that was your first one,
300. Yeah.
That's a fair way to go with that first one.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Jen, you said that was your favorite. What was everybody else's favorite event?
Log press because I took it.
Okay, good.
That's all I could say.
Last year I didn't finish the Crispy Boy load. This year I did.
Nice. That was Ben, that was one of my goals this year because if you guys remember, I was struggling with kegs last year, so I was doing them the tall way. And this year I've been practicing so bad to do it the hot dog style or the long way, and I was able to get it. And then I mentioned that my left glute was sore, and then that second keg, something happened on my right glute, and it was a struggle to get the second. I was so mad. That's the only thing I wanted to do was finish the kegs, and god damn it. And I haven't been able to, thank God I have a stand-up desk because I have not been able to sit down like all week. I lifted a little bit, but mostly just the bar this week just to move, but not good.
Tried finishing that keg and I just got dizzy, inebriated.
But yeah. But then, so I was going to go out and just take the token first rock, but then Scants had to be there with me. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm going to have to kill myself to get these 4 rocks.
You got to go. That's it.
I just did it.
It did give us an iconic photo
later
from the weekend, though.
Yeah, that's true. That was a pretty damn good photo. Two good photos.
Yeah, that was a good photo.
I was laughing at Chris Hornick's article because apparently we're both Big Jen.
Yeah, Big Jen. Big Jen was going against Big Jen.
Big Jen competing against Big Jen. I'm like, okay.
Canadian Big Jen.
Yeah.
Now we need the Mom, can we have a Big Jen? And she goes, no, we have a Big Jen at home. I have a big Scants at home.
It's that damn Canadian conversion rate again.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that he put that in the article, and he fixed it for the print, though, by the way. So,
well, I don't know. I thought it was still funny. I was wondering if it would pick up on it.
There were a few Big Gens there. I saw Garrett's shirt on Friday night. I feel like I kind of like missed the memo of like, I don't think I understood.
Oh, that we're twins?
Yeah.
Tanner says that's his favorite bit. He says, I don't care. Like, I love that he keeps giving you shit about being your twin. And I'm like, oh my God. And then when he wore that shirt, I was like, oh dear. I don't know.
He's very committed to that bit.
He committed to it, and Tanner just loved it. So it's great.
And that's what
Yep.
matters.
We got pick of all the twins there
Yeah, it's a
Friday night. That was awesome.
good pick. Yeah. So I had Nate or sorry, Steve, when you said we're gonna podcast with Nate, I'm like, who the fuck is Nate?
South Dakota Scants is what it is.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
right.
And then it took me like 2 hours. I'm like, oh, it's Mo.
Yeah.
He's talking about. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I always go
Scants.
Nate Mo, or I'll change between Nate and Mo. I just keep everybody on your toes.
I was like, who's another Nate that I know? I mean, obviously we know that you and you, Nate, but like that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it was Nate. Gosh darn it, Mo and Scans, and Anthony and Matthias and Garrett and I. Oh, it was funny.
Well, I don't know how many moments over the weekend, but my son was there and we were in the pool Friday night and Scants came in and walked by and they knew that I was poor man Scants, whatever, but my son really hadn't been involved. He saw Scants and he goes, "Oh, now I see. Now I see." And then Debo came up and his wife, I can't remember her name.
Heather.
Heather, yeah, she totally missed us, she thought I was Scants or whatever, and so yeah, we had a couple of those this
There's
weekend.
always one.
I
So
still laugh at last year, Florian trying to talk knee wrapping techniques. Okay, we'll start with this. We're like, what?
I was
How do you
like,
wrap
yeah,
my
you
knees
don't,
tomorrow?
yeah, I
I
was
told
like, you
Florian
don't
I'd
want
wrap
me
his
to wrap
knees,
your
and about
knees.
an hour. Yeah, but an
He
hour
was
later,
so
telling him,
flustered.
He's a strong boy.
yeah.
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 He's a good drinker too,
Is
apparently.
he?
I don't think I remember him being bad this year, but last year, Jess remembers too. Like he was gone.
I
And
don't
you know what?
remember
He
if
was having
his
fun,
his
so
girlfriend
good
or
for
fiance was there, but she was there this
She
time, and
wasn't.
that might have.
She wasn't. And he kept
Right.
feeding me beers. That's the wildest you'd ever seen me last year.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, okay, so that says
He needs
something because
supervision, apparently.
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe.
and maybe somebody else does too.
Don't we all?
So Mo,
She's
I
got a little.
gotta ask here. So did your son compete too?
He
Yes,
did.
he did.
He's
Yeah,
really
so
good.
Yeah.
did he out total you? Does he get your house now?
he got me by 3 pounds.
Wow.
He got me by 3 pounds. Yes,
He had a
Because
he
you
good
didn't
did.
day.
go for that
And
500-pound deadlift. That's why.
yes, and so he didn't want to, or no, I shouldn't say he didn't want to. He was thinking 485 on his last deadlift, and his second attempt went so good. I'm like, you got to go for 500. So I just pointed at it, and he's like, okay, and he got it. I knew it was going to be a struggle, but I
Nice.
thought he could get it, and he got it, and that's what gave him the beat me by 3 pounds. So yeah,
Really, you actually proved that you were the better. You wanted your athlete to surpass you because you're that good of a coach.
that's
Yes.
right. That's
Passing
Although
right.
the torch.
I would say
Yep.
he's a pretty sweet boy because I was standing next to him and I'm presumably your wife, Mo. And the second you lift your second deadlift, he goes, he needs to go for 500. And I said, I looked at your wife and him and I'm like, yep. And then you didn't. So he's running over there trying to tell you need to go for 500, but it looks
Yeah,
so
he did run
easy.
over there, but I wouldn't have got 500. I would have loved to, but it was slipping out of my hand the last one, but they counted it, so
Next year, buddy.
no, it was good. Yeah. I that was a lot of fun. Um, Zach did the Jake's meet back in March. He wanted to try it, and then he did that, and he's like, yeah, he wanted to do this one, so that was a ton of fun, and yeah,
He did
it
really
was really
good.
fun watching him compete. So
That's awesome.
Are you training him?
I did for that. Yeah. I trained him before he got in high school, and then I let the high school strength coach
Oh,
take
yeah.
him, who was an assistant for me. And then in college, he did some lifting, but the last probably 2 years of college, he was kind of just doing some bro lifting, whatever. And then I coached my godson for a powerlifting meet, and then after that, Zach said he wanted to, so then I trained him, and he's living in Sioux Falls, so I just trained him remotely and just coached his videos. But he's trying to get a couple of his buddies now to train. Probably the proudest moment. One of his best man in his wedding, he trying to get him to compete, and the guy's like, "Man, I haven't squatted in a year." And he's like, "Well, that's okay. You can start training." "Oh, I haven't done this." He's like, "Well, some men aren't born to conquer."
I guess.
I was like, "Yes,
Atta boy.
Oh, good kid, good kid. Have him just show up at Perfect Little Sweeties. He's in Sioux Falls.
that's right."
He's looking for training partners.
Well, he'll be a monster next year.
Yeah,
Or,
grow the
Also,
or a
hair
really
out and
silly
everything.
goose.
yeah.
So his wife is a nurse, and she works not directly with Paul, but she knows who Paul is. So she wouldn't work with Perfect Little Sweeties but she works at Avera. But yeah, she knows who Paul is and everything. They've
He makes
worked
a name
kind
for
of.
himself, pissing off doctors.
Yes, yes.
Paul.
That's awesome.
We just know this because Paul's on a watch list. I just hope our names are
Well,
touching.
well, to be fair, it's probably because of the stuff that we send him,
Probably.
Speak.
not our fault. So that was pretty good. Then, Scants, how'd your day go?
Oh, went footage. Went hard and had
Which
fun and
one?
yeah.
Well, so
No.
we basically went through strongman. So how was the powerlifting afterwards?
Oh, I went pretty conservative on my attempts. I mean, I didn't do any of the power lifts until a week before. I just took a few reps to see what an opener was going to be and
Okay.
stepped up and it was yeah, I haven't squatted in a few months because some quad tendon issues, and so I got to that third one, and Dillon's helped me with. We're taking a look at the numbers. I'm like, I should go 10 kilos. I'm like, but I got to go 12 because I have to fucking do my final squat that starts with a 4. I can't have a final squat that starts with a 3 for God's sake, man. And but no, it was good, and yeah, some good calls from Dillon there, just keeping me in check. That was about it.
I
Some good
wish
fast
you
dance.
would have let me crank your knee reps there, brother, but I understand with your quad tendon not wanting them
Well,
jacked.
when we were warming up for something was a little weird on on the strongman when my knee on just kind of like around the
Hmm.
old teardrop there was feeling a little weird, and
Yeah.
so I just didn't want to push too far. And actually, I was warming up for pulls on the deadlift day, I was just taking just some plate jumps or something like that, and I hit 3 plates and I pulled it about an inch. I put it down. I'm like, holy fuck, did I just screw my knee up? Like
I remember that. I was
I
like worried if you got like hurt or something because it didn't
I
seem
thought I
like
did.
you to just bail on
No,
a
I thought I pulled something.
warm up.
So but I torque out pretty hard. I screw my feet in pretty hard. So I gave it a couple minutes and then just spread my feet a little bit wider. So I was getting a little more, just changing the angle. And I still just went with my openers. I didn't give two shits. I just wanted,
I I find that spreading the feet and changing the angle is always a good
y-
choice.
yeah, there's just something. I usually keep my feet in pretty close. But, anyways, in the end,
I'm
just
smiling
some,
too, Nate. Don't worry, I got it. Went over the old
Appreciate
man's head.
that.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
But oh my God, I think first time I went 9 for 9 in 1,000 years. I don't generally go 9 for 9. So
It looks so
I'm
smooth
impressed
though.
that you didn't squat for a couple months before that and you went out and did that. And then after the
5 or 6 months, I think.
holy crap! I wish I could not squat for that long and get that number, especially after a strongman day. Dang.
Well, the rest of the strongman stuff keeps you strong, right? But
Yeah,
it was just
well,
it was
yeah, but still, if
it
I'm
was
not
just
squatting.
just the knee tendons were a bit. So I was just like every rep, I'm just kind of like, if I can get to, that's fine. Like I wasn't too concerned about numbers. I just wanted to be able to squat a little bit. So
No, that's awesome. I know, man, going 400 without having squatted for that amount of time. That's good.
we'll be back. Hopefully, we'll be back next year. Dylan will torque me down, and I'll get another little PR baby. We'll go RPA 11 on that one, brother.
Hmm. I still got to send you that rap video from Marshall Johnson's rap technique, so you can give yourself a lighter rap but still get full knee coverage.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
that's right. Yeah, your little style there. That was very different. That was
I thought
it felt
Scants was a metal guy, not a rap guy.
That's where my brain went. No.
I'm a little bit of everything,
A
but
little bit of rock and roll,
Oh, Eddie's
a
not
little
on, but
country.
how was your drive?
it was good. It was pretty good. It was given that we weren't like the year before, we left at 4:30 Sunday morning, which sucked pretty hard. So and last year we literally drove straight through. So that was a bit of a rough go, but this one was great. Did the grip competition, drove till about 10:30 at night, 10:30 to 11, grabbed about 5 hours sleep, and rolled in his place just mid evening. And yeah, it was actually it was a pretty very nice, comfortable drive. Last
Did
year was
you stay at Eddie's house and then drive
yeah
the rest of the way back home the next day?
yeah I got up about 4:30 or 5 or something like that. He had to get up for work anyways, and just
Yeah.
meandered my way back home. And like last year, I left, landed at Eddie's about 4 in the morning. I grabbed about 3 or 4 hours sleep and then hit the road. So I pulled into the house here at like 0400 Wednesday morning. That was a pretty hectic drive. So this one was actually pretty sweet. So
You like how
You got it
you
all
just get
figured out.
home and me and Stronger Grip Steve or Bam Bam are inviting you for the road trip to Eddie's, and then he's like, "Oh, do you want to drive to Ohio and pick up some gym equipment that I got from Hogan, and then we'll drive home the 11 hours, and then Scants is gonna have another 8 hours after that."
I would totally do that, man. It was, if we weren't closing on the house that friggin'
Yep,
Monday, that was like a blast over, throw at Eddie's, drive over and see Hogan's place for a bit. And
yep.
yeah, the three of us road tripping it, easy peasy, man. That's nothing.
Does he live next or near you, Steve?
Yeah,
Bam
so
Bam.
Steve's only like an hour and 10 minutes away from me. Like he's
Okay.
just south of Worcester. So like there's no highway in between us either. Or there's no like actual city. Like cities don't exist between us, which is
Okay.
pretty cool.
I
Because
I
like to
asked.
get to Chris, I have to go like around Worcester, which isn't bad, but like he's a little bit further towards Boston, which traffic over there just sucks.
Mhm.
Where like going to Steve's house, it's like there's nothing. It's
He
pretty
was
awesome.
really something.
Yeah,
He's a
he was
he's a
a good
big personality.
volunteer. He is, yeah, a good volunteer, but he did really good at his powerlifting meet. Yeah, he was
Yeah, he
fun.
did.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think he
dude.
slept at all.
He's the energizer bunny where it's like Sunday we did the mock meet and it was like everyone else isn't actually doing, the whole like virtual meet. And Steve's over there just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna full send. And it's like, dude, you're competing on Saturday. This is Sunday. You have
Reel
six
it in.
days. Yeah. So it's like I'm ballparking his 90%, 6 days before. And it's like, well, we're gonna pretend that you're gonna taper for 6 days and then try and hit your numbers you want.
I asked because I finally got to meet Chris in person, so that was
Yep.
good, and his wife. And I feel so bad. I like right now her name's escaping me, but um, I he's
He's
like, hey, if
something,
you're
isn't it? Like Is it Emily or like Elizabeth or something?
Oh, it might be Emily.
I think
I didn't
Emily.
actually
Yeah.
meet her. I
I
think I
feel
just
like
saw her
maybe it was
handle.
Emily because I feel like there's several people that are friends with his wife's name is Emily. But
Yeah, she was
um,
super nice. I've met her once,
yeah,
and she
she's
like
very
did the
nice.
whole breakfast burritos for us too.
Yeah, she was
So that was awesome.
extremely
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
He's like,
they're
well, if you're in the
phenomenal.
Boston area, and I said, well, actually, my husband has to do a like an officer's training, and he's doing it at Boston College, and it'll be for like 8 weeks or something. So,
Wow.
Oh
um,
wow.
but we don't know when they'll have to give us. It'll be in 2027 sometime. And I said, well, I might be out there then. We'll have to get the group together so that
Yeah,
we
Skans
can
will
get
drive
it
the
and
eight
do
hours
something.
down.
Heck yeah,
I'll drive that for a crew meetup.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's done that before.
Let us
I was
know.
already
We'll come out.
Yep.
yeah. We'll
Jen, I
It's
would
not
have
gonna
thought
come
you'd
out for Steve any day. You know what I mean? Steve, you're there forever. But if Jen's there, we're coming.
Yeah.
we ain't going to no Patriots game though when we're in
Oh
Boston.
no, no.
Sorry, Dylan. I
Heck,
see that grin.
to be honest, Sean already wanted to go back to see you guys again this year at the new the new film. I'm like, well, maybe
Oh
we should wait
geez.
one more year.
Yeah, we gotta save a year if we're gonna
Yeah,
afford
we got to
tickets at
save a
that new
year.
stadium. Although someone from the crew, I can't remember, just sent me today. Did you see like the structural steel in the like concourse area that looks like a broken folding table that's like
No,
20
that's
feet
cool.
tall? I'll have to forward it to you. It's
Yeah,
like
you have to
part of
show
the
me.
actual building, and it looks like the regular tables that everybody jumps
Yeah,
on in the
that's
mafia. I'm
cool.
like, this is
Cute.
awesome.
I tried. He wants to go to a game, and I said, could we? I'm like, could we just go watch the Dolphins in Miami and maybe actually like just have vacation instead, like a nice
Yeah,
warm
go to
vacation?
the Bills away game. I mean,
Yeah,
plus they'll probably beat the Dolphins too
that's
instead
why
of
we
that.
were gonna.
Listen, you never know, I guess.
Well,
It's
yeah.
during Christmas or like in between Christmas and New Year's. I'm like, that'd be perfect. We're off work anyway. Like, why not?
Oh yeah.
There's a direct flight from Des Moines. Like, hell yeah.
Florida's like pretty darn nice in January too.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Sorry guys, I derailed us.
That's okay. Well, it was good to meet
Oh,
you.
you're good.
I messaged him today. It was glad to see him get kind of like highlighted on the Massonomics grid for his
Yeah,
feelings on coming out. It's just nice to see, like there are so many new people. It's a lot of new faces, but like everyone really like I think passed the vibe check. Like everyone was like really good, like cohesive group, and it was good to see all the
yeah,
new people coming out and having a good time and doing well.
Well,
yeah. We were chatting.
it's
Oh,
crazy that like Crew England was like, we didn't know each other at all until what, November,
yeah,
January-ish. And like everyone, Chris, Jose, Steve, and Derek are all, newer crew members or whatever. But it was like
Mhm.
we get there, we did the grip competition at Chris's house, and it was like, wait, we all get it. Like we're all best buds now. And now it's like we see
did we
each
just
other.
become best friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derek is super cool. Like
Oh
Derek,
it's
yeah.
oh my gosh, Derek is the sweetest person ever.
he
I
is
I actually
so
listened to his
dedicated.
Andy, his little Andy was going around again doing the interviews, and he did one with Derek of like my little mom heart like was beaming because he was talking
Hmm.
about how everybody was just so good and like it was so fun. I'm like, oh dang man, you're making it sound so good. So
And
hopefully we all get to hear whatever he said because it was good.
that was probably the fifth time that I've seen him in person when it was this year because I bet you at least three times he's driven out like 8 hours to Keith's. He'll come like
Yeah,
lift for a little bit, or even after he tore his bicep, he was just hanging out. Then we all went and got dinner with like Chris Mark and Dan Eager and stuff. And then he just got in his car and drove 8 hours back to Boston. Like that's
yes.
some serious dedication to meeting up with some
Mhm.
Oh
fellas,
yeah.
you
That's
know.
I was
awesome.
glad to see
He
him
re
get the wheel award, the plate,
yes,
the
that was
wooden
so
plate.
nice.
Yes, that
It
was
was so
awesome.
great. It was well deserving. I
Bump
heard
everybody out.
Mhm.
other volunteers say he was like their rock because they didn't really know what to do, and he was kind of the leader. So that was really
Mhm.
nice. He said he really wants to compete next year, so hopefully he can stay healthy and
I hope so.
no injuries and stuff. So that'll be
Yeah.
good. But Yeah, good dude.
Yeah,
Yep.
he reached out to me, wanted to work on the hook grip after he tore his bicep. And so Sunday morning we got together down at the gym when the grip
Good.
competition was going on, and we worked on that a little bit. He's
We
seems
were
really,
chatting
really
about some stuff,
nice.
and I'm like, I don't know that stuff, but I know a guy that does.
My American counterpart can handle this for you.
The weightlifter guy. It's the weightlifter guy.
Yep.
I don't know that stuff.
So Ben, you were with us at Schwanny's, right? Friday night.
Yep. Yep.
Did you see? I think the MVP of Friday night was Joe. Did everybody else meet Joe DeShazier?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's awesome
Big
as
hugger
well.
guy.
I
Oh my
didn't
God.
see him in his rarest form, but I've heard a lot of things about it.
Oh dear Lord, he was most certainly the best, and everybody talked about how they wanted another Joe hug because he was one of those people that when you get drunk, you give everybody
Aw.
everybody hugs. So anyway,
Jen's in her glory. Get over here.
yeah, come on, boy. I think Jenna Lee was even more so like wanting more hugs from Joe, so it was great. But I have a funny story though. He's so funny. In Schwanny's, there's like some steps to get in the front door. And then when you get into the breezeway, there's two doors, but one was closed and then one was into the bar. And so when I was leaving, I had room for 6 people. And I think one person had maybe already left or was going to stay or whatever. And Joe was so hammered. And he's like, can I get, well, I'm going to say it the way I heard it, like, can I get a ride home? But he could barely articulate that he wanted to go back to the hotel. But anyway, I'm like, yes, I think I actually lost someone, so I have a space for one person. And so the 5 of us, all of us are walking out. The 5 of us get out on the parking lot, and I'm looking around. I'm like, why do I only have 5? Where did Joe go? So Andrew and I go back to make sure like we get Joe home safely. And Andrew walks up the steps and opens the door, and Joe is just standing in the breezeway looking out the door. And he goes, I got lost. Just cracked me up. And then the next morning, I woke up, and the first thing I thought that was I envisioned him just staring at us when we opened the door and him saying, I got lost, and I just lost it again. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so funny. But we were all I think it was like David and Andrew and I think Keith. Yeah, Keith was with us that time, and then Joe, and but we were all giving each other shit, and Joe said something and I threw it back at him, and then he said something bad back to me, and the whole car jokingly goes, oh, like, you can't, you went too far, but we were just fucking with him. And then he felt so bad, and he gets out of the car and he like came over, he's like, I'm really sorry, and gives me another big old hug. I'm like, oh my God, we were just fucking around, Joe. It's fine. He was definitely the highlight. I have no idea how the hell he went out and power lifted the next day without
I
getting
know.
sick. Oh my God.
He
Oh,
looked
I know.
pretty decent on the platform too.
Yeah,
Like
he did
Yeah,
he
he
good.
was
did.
around I don't know whoever I was watching. I'm not sure if it was Paul or what, but he was like going right before Paul or Cody or something. And I'm like, I had no idea that he was hammered the night before. He was a little quiet and
Hammered.
everything, but like, we were chatting for, 5-10 minutes and I watched a couple of his lifts and I'm like, oh, the bar speed was pretty good. I'm like, well, it looks like he's having a decent day. Like, I'm not really
Yeah.
too familiar with what his strength is like. So completely ignorant opinion of it. I'm like, oh, he's doing great today. So
Oh,
he
I
really
was
recovered pretty
dead.
well.
Yeah.
I
Or he
don't
was
know
still
how.
drunk and didn't realize it.
I,
Maybe.
I can't imagine going to a powerlifting meet and being hungover, and then you hear just like Bryce and Paul just being at silly geese, just like you're just hungover and just want peace and quiet, and you just hear them.
There was no
Yeah.
peace and quiet because of the
No.
acoustics of Dillon's hand meeting Bryce's back, waking the whole venue up.
I thought he snapped his spinal column.
Oh yeah.
Final.
Oh, and we all
And
finally got to meet Alex, like the elusive Alex. That was fun.
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
He was a good dude.
Oh yeah.
he came to the pool in the hot tub after
Oh
the
yeah,
power
in his
lifting.
Yeah,
undies.
I saw the
Yeah,
picture.
like he was
He was
just coming
fully
and like we
clothed.
were just going and like Tanner had just gotten there and I'm like, oh, I'm like just about to take the picture, like the camera is out and I feel like maybe he wouldn't have done that, but he really like maybe wanted to be in the picture. So he
Yeah.
like stripped all the way down and
No,
got in
we
there.
were using them because it was like, just take your fucking pants off and get in the hot tub. Well,
Fine.
I'm like, it's 14 other men. I think we'll be okay with it.
We're straight as we come, but
Hey,
Yeah,
get
I
in
mean,
here.
It's not gay if you're
but
not gay.
If you're not gay, it's not gay.
Yep.
Where did we go? Did we go with him at some point? Did he come with us Friday or
Yeah,
I remember him being
or
in the
Saturday.
car with us at one point, and because he said he's like, oh, like it's my first time. I'm trying to like make an effort to like do different things with
Yes.
different people so I can get to know
Yes.
people. And I'm like, you know us, like you were on the pod, like
Scants,
like
did
we
you
know
get
you,
his?
big dog.
Yeah.
Did you get his shot on fire? The second he said he was going to light a shot on fire, I took off. I'm like, no, I
did,
don't
yeah.
need to be around here.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I got it on fire. I lit him on fire. It's okay.
Oh,
It was a
I was like,
controlled burn.
I think just in case, I'm going to go ahead and move away from here.
Well, you think I can handle fire in that condition
Well,
at the
you were
zoo?
involved in the equation when it was happening. If you were there, I probably would have felt a little bit more safe.
No, you probably should have
Wait.
felt a little less safe because. Yeah, did you just say I could light you on fire? Yep. Oof. No, wait for it. You didn't say I had to wait.
Let me go get my 120 millimeter.
That's it. Nailed it.
So is Dillon still here? How did
He
Dillon?
is.
Dillon, how did your bench meet go?
I don't know how my
is he-
bench went, but I know how the entire went.
You're waiting.
Well done. Well done.
For those with the benefit of video, we have autographs by Matt. We have autographs by Big Paul, who said to pull hard. We have Big Scants.
Booyah.
We have Bryce Woolman with a little heart because he's our little sweetie. We have Big Eddie, who said to eat more corn. We had our beloved Coaster, who got a crucial second place for a tiebreaker to Paul, I might add. And then we have myself with Pond. I have no clue where my first place trophy is, and I could give a fuck where it is because this, when the new gym is up in about a month, this will be the first thing we hang in the new gym.
Hell yeah.
Very proud of us. I do have to get it to you and Emmett, though, Steve, because we're missing 2 autographs on this. So it's not completely done, but we have some spots picked out for you two. So there will be more autographs coming on this.
We'll have to. Are you going to be in South Dakota in December?
I'm going to be in a couple of places that I can't disclose just yet. You'll know when you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, including one real recently.
Was that signed?
Okay.
Is it silver or is there purple on there and we just can't see it?
It's silver, but I plan once I have the last 2 autographs, I'm going to take red spray paint.
Oh,
and
okay.
Crew on it sideways.
Nice.
Dillon did have a good bench. He just blacked out and doesn't remember it. So
Yeah, I was told I had a good.
we did some interesting acrobatics afterwards too.
Did I send you the screenshot? So, oh gosh, hold on 2 seconds. Let me figure out her name because I do owe her a public apology as well. But Nicole Craig, who was the side judge that I just completely Mike Allstotted on the way to you, Matt.
No.
Yeah.
For that, like, man, I know I get a little tuned up at meets, and I know I get a little rowdy, but that behavior I'm not proud of, and that's inexcusable. So I figured out who she was and DM'd her, and I just said, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I get a little out of it at meets, especially on benches. Like, in my whatever defense, I had no idea I did that, and I don't remember anything between rack and then again. I wake up in Cody's arms with him unexplainably saying, "You're all right. You're all right. You're all right. Just breathe." I know I'm all right.
That's not the first time that's happened, though.
Nope.
Y'all have
I think this might have been the longest I've seen you black out for.
Waking up
'cause
at
it was
Cody's
well
arms.
over a minute.
Yeah. But no, I reached out to her and apologized. Like, Nicole, I'm so sorry. Great meet, great judging, and all the rest of it. And she responded back, I appreciate it. Trust me, no big deal. It was awesome to see you guys. She actually gave the entire pack quite a compliment. Like, you guys in
Aw.
particular made that meet so much fun. Like, y'all made it that throwback
nice.
feel that it felt like, like 90s, 2000s powerlifting when Equipped really was popping. It's like that crew of guys that you guys have is awesome to see that still exists. So I know I've said that in several posts, but I don't give a shit about my lifting. Like, I am so proud of Crew Wolfpac. I don't really even have the words
Well,
to
so let's talk about that a little bit though, Dillon, because you also got Matt to go 3 for 3 on bench too.
I'm kind of good at that middle lift, I know.
Miracles do happen, Steve.
Between Matt going 3 for 3, and I want to point out Scants went 9 for 9. Paul and Cody.
Like you've been around this for a time or two.
January will be 20 years. Yeah, I was just thinking about that earlier this week. But Paul and Cody as well. I'm so proud of them because that couldn't have gone better in my opinion. Cody beat him on the subtotal on squat and bench. Paul's pull obviously well outpaced Cody, and therefore he snuck out the total. So I'm like, I can't be like 2 and 2, like perfect, like either way, I'm proud of as shit of the both of you. Bryce lifted a little bit of weight. I will point that out too. As a result of that, Crew Wolfpac posted the highest squat, the highest bench, the highest deadlift, and the highest total of the meet, just between, thankfully, all of us there. Like, I just hats off, boys. Like that's how we fucking do it. Like I'm so proud of this entire group, man. Like that's the way it should be done, boys.
So another fun fact was the big but old. The top 5 of 7 were on Half Baked Thoughts before the competition.
Coincidence?
These are some
Just
interesting
throwing that one out
metrics.
there. 5 of 7. That's 84%. Or was it? No,
Ellen
6
and
or
Matt,
7
they both
would be.
did really good with their, well, at least Matt. I'm not sure how far Dillon actually had to go, but Matt made his weight cut. I had just a blast at Lagers talking to everyone. Everyone says, Jess, where's Matt? I'm like, oh, he's in the hot tub. He's looking forward to his weight cut. And no shit, like at least half of us said, I know, I heard about it on Half Baked Thoughts. Everyone already
had
knew.
to make a decent cut too. I mean, nowhere like he did last year, but he had to get a few pounds off, and he did well, and it did not negatively impact his lifting, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the 3 of us that had to cut to make weight. I don't know if I'll count mine as a true cut, so to speak, but the 3 of us that had to work a little bit to make weight, every one of us posted various PRs, right? So I mean, again, cutting weight's not a problem, folks. It's the 24 hours after you make weight that is completely determines the cut or not. And again, I forgot about that actually, Matt. Like I knew Cody was having to work a little bit last year, but that's a big boy cut. He went from like 250 on Wednesday to 242 on that Friday morning. Like I'm proud of him. Like that's now you're getting into some suck there. When you can do that in 24 hours, it's even better. But that's
especially with traveling. Especially with the traveling.
And all these people say that apparently flying makes you lose some weight overnight. I was a pound heavier when I landed than when I took off, because like I weighed myself in the morning before we left. I had nothing all morning, and then while we were waiting to pick up Big Dave from the airport, we were at Sam's Club, just getting a Monster and all that stuff. And I pulled the scale out in the parking lot, Sam's Club, and stripped down, and I was a pound heavier. I'm like, what happened to this free weight loss I'm supposed to get from flying? It went the opposite for me.
In my experience, Matt, that is more of a product of elevation based off where do you live at and then where are you going to, right? Like for you, that's probably about the same. So, I'm pretty sure, just taking a guess, that Aberdeen is similar to Buffalo, right? So, but in my experience,
I think
do a elevation change, that can kind of mess with your, in good and bad ways.
Aberdeen's about 1,500 feet above sea level.
Okay, so that's a little more than us. What are we, like 400 or 600, Jess?
We're like 600.
Yeah.
That could have been it.
Yeah,
But,
it was
I mean,
it was
Not like
interesting.
a
Cody
super
and I,
high
we
quality
were,
scale either.
yeah. Well, everybody was using it on Friday. They were getting out of the hot tub. I brought it right down to the pool area, and they're jumping on the scale there. So worked out for everybody who needed to cut. Cody and I, we sat in that hot tub until we were about to black out, and we're like, all right, let's go sit in the pool for a little bit. And then we started shivering. I'm like, want to go warm up? Yeah, we just did that for like 2 hours. So it was good to catch up with the Codester too, since I only get to see him once a year. So
Yeah, and he had himself a good meet too. Like
hmm
no notes for anyone, man. Like I'm pretty proud of the game. The only shitty part, Matt, was you having to be on the other platform. But I mean, I know you were warming up right there with us. That also would have been. I think it maybe kind of worked out that me and you were in the flight separate from the rest of them because that let us handle
oh yeah.
everyone else a little better. Like at first, I was
That was
like,
big help.
selfishly, I like it when me and Bryce are together because then I can use Bryce as my rabbit. Like wherever he is, I just need to be one behind him since I'll typically be lifting right behind him, right? But
hmm
at first that was a bummer, but then it's like, nah, this is actually good because this lets me and Matt get through our shit and then we can get out of shirts and focus on handling everyone else. So
Yeah.
I
Especially
am
where
disappointed
Lou wasn't there.
Bryce didn't get my handprint tattooed onto him. I was really hoping I was
Yeah.
trying to the local
No,
forest let me outline it in Sharpie.
the timing was perfect though, because like the flight A on my platform was only like 8 people or something. So I was like half a flight ahead of you and got to watch that third. And like you said, having someone to follow, I just went right after Tommy every time. And like they were talking about how the meat was going so fast, like Tommy was purposely like eating some time up, like they'd call it, and then he's in the back wrapping his wrists. And whatever, it went down to like 30 seconds or something, but I appreciated that like I could follow him. He had like I knew he was up, he's going to take a little bit of time, so that gave me okay, now I start rapping, and then I got plenty of time for just to set my shirt, and I'm out there within 10-15 seconds of the bars loaded call.
Yeah, I'm sure you had a similar setup, but for me, the guy that was in front of me on bench was 100 kilos, not pounds, but 100 kilos less than me. So every time he would lift, there's a pause there of putting all the red
Right.
back on. So that bought me a little bit of time too.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah,
keeping
we definitely needed at least 2 reds and some change more, because I think Tommy finished what around like 350-ish, and that was a little over 100 pounds under my second. So it gave me a good bit of time, because Jess does all sorts of sleeve manipulations and stuff on that metal shirt. So it takes a good minute to get it all set.
They weren't really pushing the time or anything. If anything, it was kind of the
Yeah.
other way. Some people had a hard time
they were pretty
hearing or
loose. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were pretty
yeah.
They were a
on
little loose.
the meat standards, which is okay, I guess.
My only complaint about being on platform 2 is they did not have a nice chalk stand like that, ammo box up on pipe they had on platform 1. We had a cardboard box sitting on the ground. So in my bench shirt, I wrap my wrist first because I don't want to knock all the chalk off. Then I have to get down on the ground on my hands and knees to chalk up, and then stand up and have Jess
Wait,
set my
you,
shirt.
you
Like,
you didn't have somebody pick up the box for you?
no, I
You
didn't.
just tell
Thought
somebody to
never
pick
even
up the
crossed my
box.
mind. Hey,
Come
we're
on,
meatheads.
dude.
We're not supposed to be smart, right? I'm like,
Oh,
well,
you know
The
what?
best
You
part
know what,
about
Matt?
that
That's
one,
my
Matt, is
fault.
that
I should have been there.
the best part about that though, Matt, was that no one on our platform realized. They thought that I was just chalking their backs, which I was, but for squat, no one ever picked up what I was writing on everyone's back. So like on Cody, I wrote "eat fuck." On Paul, I wrote "fag." On Scants, I tried to draw a maple leaf on Scants. Like no one was ever picking up that I wasn't just chalking their back. I was writing shit on it on everyone, and then
well,
giving
if
them a
you
little.
wrote something on Bryce, I wouldn't have even been able to see it up there,
I don't know what I wrote on Bryce. Yeah, I couldn't proofread.
I
Yep.
believe that's called the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
He got one of those skywriting planes to put on his fucking back, for God's sake.
Well,
Yep.
I would have got a chance to proofread it when he picked me up after that third bench, which really I know we all give me shit about my grip. I can promise you my grip was quite impressive on that little pickup. And you don't see it in the video, but apart from yelling and doing all the other shit I was doing in his ear, I was like, do not fucking throw me. Like, I literally was latched on, like, we're going to have
Right,
a fun
because
little
if you go flying and you get jacked up right before you bench, all
Yeah.
I saw was your ass at eye level with me, and I'm like, God damn, Dillon is very high in the air.
Yeah.
He
For
was
once,
the
I was
thunder.
the tallest guy in the room. Yeah.
He was the Thunder Lips to your Rocky Balboa.
Mm-hmm. I will say, one of the other funniest
Nice
things
callback.
that happened was with Hannah during my opener. Oh my God. And
Oh
like,
my God,
I'm
Matthew,
so
you don't
glad.
need to tell everyone
No, this
this.
shit is funny.
Tell us.
Like, oh yeah, Hannah loved it, and she's like busted my balls later at the zoo. Like, she didn't say anything in the meet, but like, so I got my opener, shirt not super jacked, but I'm having a hard time getting it down like I usually do with the lighter weight. Like that last little inch or whatever takes a minute. So I finally get it there. I get the press call, and right when I like flex my leg drive and lats and everything to go press, I farted so hard that I thought I was going to get red lights because the bar dropped because my whole body deflated. And like, she's like directly downrange, and she heard it. And like, you could see like right when I farted, the bar just like a millimeter or two dropped down, and then I got to push through after I like re-braced myself almost, and had to push into my abs harder. It was great. That would have been a great way to red
That's the
light a
best
lift.
person to do it to, though. Like, she can handle it.
Oh yeah. I just hope she gives me shit for it forever
Yeah, she
from
she
here on
will.
out. Yeah.
Well, I was watching. I was wondering what happened.
Oh, the
Where I
little
was at.
bobble there?
Yeah, that little bobble there. Yeah.
Yeah,
always
that's what it
something.
was.
Just a toot.
Yeah. If anything, Matt, that's the only real criticism I have for you and I, which that shit shirted benching is we probably both should have opened a smidge heavier than we did just to get cleaner touches. Cause both of us, our worst benches were our openers, which again, that's pretty typical of lifting. And then we literally got dialed in better with each attempt.
Well, that and my pec cramped after the opener too. Oh my God, that was horrible. And then I go to take my second, and like, I'm like worried about it. And the whole time I'm lifting, I didn't feel anything. I'm like, okay, we're good. This is just, I need to go immediately chug an element pack and come back to life, and ended up working out fine. But, it's not a
Yeah.
max if it don't beat you up in the shirt a little bit,
I don't know if you noticed how many noon tablets I was eating throughout the day, but I was like, I am bound and determined to not have a repeat of last year, where shout out to Jess says, the only reason I did not completely detach both triceps smooth off the humerus last year was because Jess pumped me full of liquid IV and element between. I passed on my second attempt last year because I really was like, Candace is going to be so fucking pissed when we have to go to the hospital because they are both about to go. And that's why I passed my second last year. It's like, I'm going to need 20 minutes here to try and let this salt get in me. And thankfully got it and got the lift last year. But yeah, Tanner was like, that is like, y'all are so fucking weird. Like, you pass on your second, you look like you get killed on your opener and then get it on your third. Like, it's just multiply.
It's just
dude.
multiply, man.
I don't know what to tell you.
Wait, Dillon, and then you take a nap. It's the perfect plan.
Yeah.
I don't remember very many third benches, boys.
Well, you guys saw that meme, the equip benchers getting ready for their 4-hour shirted bench session. It's got the CPAP on. I think that's Dillon after the 4-hour shirted bench session. We go right to sleep.
And apparently I jumped up on the bench too. I'm like, fucking A, dude. Like, what?
I thought you were going to fall off of there. I was terrified, but I wasn't like, I'm just going to stay off to the side. But when you started wobbling and go to put your foot up, I thought you were tipping right over and smacking your head open. That would have been another trip to the hospital.
I only remember the rack, and then everything else is like a slow motion blur. Like everything else, I don't remember getting on the bench. I don't remember putting my foot on the bar, but that was a nice Captain Morgan touch I did there.
Yeah, it got you that nice red light from the center judge.
Both platforms, that was a hell of a dramatic lag on every lift on when the lights would actually come up. But I guess that added to
it made the moment special. You know what I mean? That little bit of drama and suspense.
Yep.
But yeah, then I just remember waking up and Cody's, "You're all right. You're all right. You're all right." And I'm always
Yeah,
confused. Like, I know what. Like, oh, wait a minute. How did we get back
which
here? Did I?
was also became a phenomenal photo of Cody reaching around from the back with a look on his face,
Yeah.
and you're looking a certain type of way.
There's one video where right before it cuts off, somebody's got a video of Paul putting his hand on me, going, "You should have done it for a double." That's like,
What an asshole.
yeah, I definitely had a whole other rep in me.
Good old
Matt,
Paul.
you had handouts from Jonah. That was kind of a
Yeah, that ended up
lot
working out
more
quite
call.
well. Like the whole training cycle, you know, we're not going to be with our crew. Obviously, they're not all coming to South Dakota. So I'm like, Jess, you're going to be my handout person. You know, you're going to set my shirt, and then we'll find side handout people there. And, you know, whatever happened, I'm talking to Joan about it. And then Jess is running platform 2, taking all the attempts and everything. And I think more than anything, he just wanted you to stay where you were because you were doing a good job keeping the platform running. He's like, I'll jump in and hand him out. And, you know, Jonah has how many IPF equipped bench records? I'm like, I knew 100% this dude's going to give me a good handout. The opener maybe came out a little bit too far, but it's almost like he just knew because 2 and 3 were in the perfect spot, and I didn't even have to say anything, and he corrected. You know, not that it was, you know, major or anything with the opener, but I'm just like, gonna drift back a little before I start. But yeah, he could not have given me better handouts, especially and all by himself. I mean, he's got the big arms on him, but still, like, you know, you get, you know, over
Right. If
400
it was
pounds
me,
by yourself.
it would have needed to be the 3-man handout. And I tried to I talked about it with some of the crew on the platform there, and I thought that it would be a good experience to do it with Jonah. And I knew you were in good hands. And if the first one didn't go good, we could have like adjusted it if necessary, but it worked out
Yeah.
really well.
Well,
Mhm.
if we'd have needed to on that anyway, I was going to just slide Cody down to you because you were just a smidge, and that platform was just a smidge faster than us. So I'd already had that up my sleeve. Like, if we need to, we'll just send Cody down there, and then I'll just stall if it comes to it. Because to Jess's point, they don't think they were keeping that. I don't even know.
They
Surely
weren't.
no one timed out of the entire meet, you know?
No, most people were like getting a start command with like 45 seconds left on that 1 minute clock, but
Yeah.
everybody was locked in and ready to go. I mean, the TV setup with the scrolling, lifting
Yeah.
casts and everything was very helpful as a lifter to be able to be ready on time.
Yeah.
Wasn't like my Metal Militia multiply meet that had a 2 minute clock. I'm like, if you're going 2 minutes, why even have a clock? And I
Jesus.
think we finished deadlifts at like, what was that, like 8 o'clock at night, Jess? Or something
That was a
ridiculous.
long night.
Man,
It was late.
That was a full 4 flight meet. And then there was a 5th flight just in bench for, you know, the rubber band biker gang to do their 1,000-pound benches, you know, long meet. So I like a faster one.
Yeah. No, I thought the meet itself, shout out to Jonah and his entire crew. Like, I know there was a bit of worry going into the meet on, well, how's this one going to go? And man, they ran a damn fine meet. We had great warm up
Fast.
stuff. Like, the warm up area was fantastic. Like, very, very. If I want to nitpick, I could probably pick out 2 or 3 things, but I mean nitpicky. Like, it was a very well run meet.
The combos in the warm-up room,
it was
what a
smooth.
difference that made. What a difference. Not trying
Well,
to
looking back, we also kind of hijacked, like all of crew Wolfpack on squat and bench, just kind of hijacked the very last rack there too, which we didn't mean to. I mean, it work in, guys, right? But
well, it was nice warming up on the ghost rack for bench with
yeah,
you too,
as I
Dillon.
say,
You
weren't
know,
you on the ghost? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But I was a little terrified of Bryce in the warm-up room with those pins on 24 with the arms in. I'm like, this is the most unstable thing I've ever seen in my life with
But
7
see,
plates on there.
that's where you and I going bench only. Like, that's where that comes in handy. Because if you and I were also warming up to squat or some other shit, you and me can focus in on hand, not just crew Wolfpack, but anyone that's needing weight changes and rack changes. Like, we're able to focus in on that and hone it and help everyone get through warm-ups.
Yeah. I mean, like, because I have done full power there twice and then push pull once and then bench only. I think doing bench only, I have the most fun because I get to lift, but I'm helping to warm up in squats where everybody needs help. And then when everybody's pulling, like, then I don't have to worry about myself. I can get in everybody's ear and try to get them fired up. And it's less stressful and more fun for me than actually deadlifting. So we make some good
100%.
cheerleaders.
Yeah. That's that's one of the things I love on that is like every one of our videos of Crew Wolfpac, the lift, whatever, but then every single one of our attempts, you see, I don't care if it's Scants or Paul or whoever, like as soon as they come to the side, the rest of us are right there. You know, that'll do a good job, or hey, you need to fucking do that, like whatever. And it's like, I'm telling y'all that I am so more proud of than any of us lifted, like us together as a group. I can't say enough great about it, boys. This thing
Well,
is this is my favorite fucking piece of hardware I think I've ever had from in 20 years in January of competing in powerlifting. This thing right here is probably my most prized thing I've ever brought home from a powerlifting meet. Way more than anything I've said.
And Matt doing bench only means that we get to make fun of him for not squatting. So it's a win.
Hey, I have broken the streak. I squatted tonight, and I'll tell you what, like I said, it was a little nerve-wracking to start, but you know, after like
what is this thing?
After about
I don't know what
sets,
to do. I
This
got
bench variation is terrible.
Yeah. So I just did like speed work with 3 plates on the Duffalo, and you know, the first set, like I'm breathing between reps because I'm all like, I don't want my heart to wig out again, and I'm just feeling the groove. Everything's different. And then like by like the 3rd or 4th set, I'm like, okay, we started banging them out, and like my quads are sore now, and I don't care how many sets of speed work I did, like I wouldn't get that like muscle soreness from it before. So I know we did some work tonight, so it felt good.
315 on the Duffalo bar with reverse blue bands.
No. It was 332 because our Duffalo bar is 62 pounds. But it was said that the only thing I was allowed to squat was they wanted reverse black bands, the big ass Elite FTS black bands, and 1 plate on the bar. I'm like, so are we just tractioning my spine out tonight? That's the workout.
Yeah. I speed squatted tonight too, Matt, and I think I am the most fucked up from just raw speed squatting I've ever been in my life right now. But while lest anyone give you shit on not squatting at the meet, how many people benched more than you at that meet?
I think
was
one.
it just you?
And how
was
many?
it just you?
How many of your attempts did you get, Matt?
Finally, all 3.
And how many PRs did you bench?
2 PRs.
And your best PR was done at your lowest body weight ever, if I'm not mistaken?
Both PRs that I got at that meet were both down a weight class from my old PR. So
sounds like you had a good day. I don't think anyone.
You know what? And Jess had to eat her words because, like, for the last 2 months, she's giving me shit. She's like, you know, you fucking text Dillon all the time. You're not squatting. You're doing this. You're doing that. Like, you know, giving me all the grief, like not believing in me. And she's like, you know what? I gotta say, number one, Dillon pointed you in the right direction. You put the work in, and you actually fucking performed. So she's like, I gotta eat shit on that one. You did good.
Yes, you're on.
It's not easy for me to get a compliment from Jessica. Anybody else can get one, but I gotta really earn them.
We need this on record now. In the pre-show grease, she was complimenting you a lot.
Yep. It can happen.
Prove it. You can't prove that in a court of law, sir.
And you guys got the winning photo of the weekend.
Fact.
Yeah.
Yes, I wish that Amanda, I wish that she would have come up and said something. I don't know that she said anything to anyone, like
she didn't
during the event.
Did you talk to her offline?
Only like in like the comments, I had like just thanked her, and I follow her now, so I'm seeing her stories, and I see that she's doing a little bit of lifting, and it's tough because I want to encourage her to lift. Be like, oh, maybe you should lift next time, but like, I don't know, Amanda, we really want you taking pictures.
I know she does such a good job. I know I did send her a message too and said thank you, and said you do not have to worry about talking to any of these people at this place. Like you should just.
We would
join
love
in.
to.
Yeah, we would love to talk to you.
And
she did a good job.
Getting those
probably pay her for those photos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She did a really good job.
It's like
Yeah.
it kind of adds something. Like it's cool to have like, you know, like your candid shots and like your you know, your videos that people record for you. But then like to get like where she's getting like the right angles and like blurring out the foreground and stuff, like
Yeah.
it kind of
She
brings
did
out the
good.
intensity that everybody feels. And a lot of the local meets that Jess and I do, they're like these push polls that Rita West and Carl Seeker put on. And like they most of the time have a photographer there that just like does the same thing, like just takes pictures of everybody, at least one picture of every attempt for every lifter from different angles, and then just uploads them for free and you can go download them.
Yeah.
And it just like, even if it's like a small push pole at a community center, like when you see like those awesome angles and like, you know, like I said, the photography is just phenomenal. It makes those pictures just feel so much more intense and you can really feel the emotion from the lifters in them.
Yeah,
I'll have
that one shot that she got of Cody squatting, which he just very wisely instantly made his profile pic. Like, what better compliment? Like, you took such a great shot that a
She
guy
did really good.
competing in powerlifting, Cody's probably been lifting 7-8 years now, some shit like that. And it's like he instantly made that his profile pic. Like, that's a hell of a compliment to you, lady. Job well done.
Yeah, we'll have to let her know we all liked it. We did a small meet and where we did a car deadlift, and there was a woman like her taking photos, and there was a guy that did the car deadlift, and his nose just erupted, and he was bleeding all over himself, and she got some really good pictures of that. I'll have to send
Oh,
them so you
that
guys
had to
can
be
see him.
sick.
It was cool. He
Just
probably
a
didn't
few
feel the
minutes
best,
ago,
but it was
I was
cool.
like, I was scrolling on Instagram like 5 minutes ago, and I saw her post that like she's looking for more events to do in like the Aberdeen area, to take pictures at events because she reached out to a pickleball tournament and they told her no, they don't want her there taking free
Wow,
photos
that's
of their
such a
events.
shame.
I'm like, they are missing out. They don't know,
Yeah.
you know?
Well,
I
to
don't know,
be
maybe
fair,
the
they're
Well, they
all
could do.
also all 70 years old, so it's like they don't
right.
know,
Still, I don't
She
know.
could have got the pole vaulting, Steve. Did you?
right?
Oh.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
what the hell was that?
I don't know.
Bring her
Was
to
it
Muscle Beach.
We
was that Andrew that
yeah, I was
I think it was Andrew
Jess,
that tagged me on that.
yeah, so we Jess and uh Matt had to bring David, and so we all kind of we got maybe
Yep.
to wait, what did we get? We didn't get to Loggers that late, did we? I didn't think so. But it was so packed and we're like, I'm never gonna be able to eat. So we just let's go eat at Circus quick because it's only a block away. And but while we were walking over there to eat, they were like just pole vaulting in the street. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
going on here?
Oh my gosh. I didn't hear that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
That
we
is
stopped there to
I think
watch
crazy.
it's
it, watch a
Big
couple.
Andrew sent me that. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
that's not a cheap thing to just throw up in the middle of the road.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. There were several competitors there. We saw two at least.
Yeah, that's
Well,
nuts.
is it Main Street only goes one way, but they don't say how you got to go that direction. You can go up in the air and back down.
That's true. You can go up. You can go. You don't have to go north and south. You can go up and down.
Never said anything about the altitude.
Matt, I did also do a final tally. I guess that would have been Sunday morning. So out of all the cigars I brought, I apparently distributed out 22 total cigars. So that's also
Oh my God.
or
You
Big
can
Tron.
write that off on your taxes, man.
Well, the ones I give Wolfpac and Tanner and Tommy are probably worth a tax write-off. And I gave Big Tron one since unfortunately, Bryce couldn't make it to the zoo. I don't know if anyone saw that.
Yeah,
Bryce
I
actually
missed
couldn't make
him.
it.
I saw him outside, but never in there.
I didn't see him until, actually, I still haven't seen him. At the end of the meet was the last time I saw Bryce. But anyway, the one that would have been intended for Bryce, I did give to Big Tron because he's also a big cigar guy, and he was distributing.
Big cigar guy.
There were a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of big cigar guys there.
Candace
I'm
had a
surprised. Usually it's just you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah, the Acid Cuba I had tonight did not compare to that Crew cigar.
Yep. Candace, apart from having a cigar, she's also got quite the bug up her ass to maybe I should lift next year. Like,
Oh shit, yeah.
When she started doing the math, like, all right,
Yes.
who won best female lifter and doing her coefficient numbers, like, okay. Old mama may be making a platform return next year. She's
Got a
got
little fucking taste for it, eh?
I forgot to
at the
mention
highest
this to
female
you,
bench as
Jess,
well.
but I had said to Dillon, I think earlier or maybe yesterday, something about like, if you and Candace want to lift, like even if you just bench, Jess, I will take the year off for you to bench and share the platform with Candace because I think that would be special.
Thank you for saying that. I probably won't, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Jess is like, you're not taking away my clipboard. I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I know what I have here. But I would love to see Candace get after it. That would be awesome.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Now that we know, now that it's memorialized on the internet through this podcast, now we've got to make it happen.
Yeah.
Me and
We'll,
Jim are going to message her. We'll be following up.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, I think she's had enough peer pressure stack up on her. She's like, I should probably do this meet. Do what you want, man.
She'd feel like a real horse's ass if she didn't.
She can be a real horse's ass at a powerlifting meet. Y'all think I get a little teamed up?
That's all right.
She's over there fucking popping double ammonia caps.
As a lady should.
Yeah,
Mhm.
listening to Slayer.
How come ammonia does
I'm
not
still waiting
like...
for the negative here, Dylan. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm not listening. Yeah.
Just listing a whole bunch of pros over there.
Yeah, it's like check, check, check. All right.
Somebody actually did. It may have been Jonah. Somebody did that to me towards the end of deadlift when all of the ammonia caps. Because I'm still old school, guys. An ammonia like bottle is good. Please don't get me wrong, but I think it's more the ritual, that primal feeling of having an ammonia cap tucked behind your ear, pulling it, popping it, hitting it, and then throwing it. It's just a ritual, almost like a lot of people pop the lever on their belt. Some similar thing, but pre-lift, right?
Yeah.
And somebody had pointed that out, like all the ammonia caps that Wolfpac had on the floor back there, and is like, this is some good old school shit. I'm like,
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I still got some at work. We got the a few of them left around with the cloth, like woven cloth wrapper on them. They're like old ones from the first aid kit that we squirrel away. And every so often I'd just go to the workbench and just crack one and, and then I love when we have them at the barn. Jess, are you aware of the tradition with the ammonia caps at the barn where you have to throw it? We have to, if you have an ammonia cap, after you crack it, you have to throw it at the fattest person in the room. So poor Zano's cousin, Figgy, he's the one that always gets the ammonia caps whipped at him at the meets over the years, I guess, because he's a big boy.
That's awesome.
So if you're getting the ammonia caps thrown at you after they're used, the crew's trying to tell you something without saying anything.
Well, I appreciate you not throwing it at anyone at the meet. You only cracked one for your last attempt.
Yeah.
After I set your bench, and we got to circle back to your singlet after I talk about the ammonia cap, but you crack that and you take a big whiff and you like whip it down the ground. Thankfully, not at your wife. That would not have gone well for you now that I know what I know. And me, and like I didn't see this on the platform. There were like a lot of caps over there. It was just the one because you were the only one. And I'm like, oh, we can't be littering. So I pick it up like before you
Jess, no.
benching. I know. I don't know. I'm like, we're not littering. Please. Like, we're classy over here on platform 2, I guess. And I like tuck it in my
littering hand.
I get
Yeah,
this.
I know.
I get this great image of if Wolfpac would have done that, then Bryce by the end of the meet would just have a bunch of little spent pink ammonia caps in his beard and hair, all over. We'd have followed that rule.
Yeah. So I grab this cap off the ground. I like tuck it into like my shorts, and then like it starts like burning my skin. I'm like, oh, I gotta throw this away. There were not very many garbage cans to be had the whole weekend, but that's all right. We survived. But Matt, your singlet made the job of setting your shirt really easy.
Yeah. The gentleman who's the original owner of the singlet was our friend Jeff Miller, who has competed at a body weight of 480 pounds before in powerlifting. He was very proud of his
big boy.
He'll never listen to this, but his 500-pound raw bench at 480 pounds in a Ray Lewis jersey was an absolute vibe in the 2000s. And I love every time I see that picture. And he's got a sentiment of shake the ground and scare the villagers. He really embraces the bigger is better culture. But I like the 5XL singlet with the old school Anderson logo on it. Like, plus our good buddy Dan Zano, he's worn that singlet a bunch of times, and anything that he wears, I lift better in after. He's got some magic sweat or something for me.
Yeah, for those that are ply curious listening, there's your equip lifting tip of this episode is if you're going to lift equip bench, you need to wear a singlet that is at least 3 sizes too big. 1, it makes adjusting the shirt significantly easier. 2, for everyone, wearing a singlet that's way too big, if you have butt coming up problems, which that's a foot placement problem, there's a whole other rabbit hole we could go down on that shouldn't be happening. But if you have that problem, if you wear a real loose singlet, the singlet
You
stays in
get a
front.
little bit of wiggle room. I'm not saying I wasn't thinking of that when I went for the 5X one. I'm like, not that I do have a butt placement problem with my feet super out wide, but, every so often it could come up a 1/4 inch or something. I don't know if you can see daylight or not, but not with the baggy singlet on. You're good.
Amen.
But yeah, Jess didn't have to, like the first year, I think Grant's got it on his YouTube video of her hands all the way up in my crotch, one up each leg, pulling my collar down like that, where she could just go through the
singlet.
singlet.
Do that again this year, but I did go up the legs, but it was definitely easier when the singlet was so loose.
And a little less embarrassing than my singlet last year with the giant hole cut in it. And the little thumb is sticking out outside of the singlet, pointing up to the sky. I'm like, well, everybody knows what's going on down there after this because I'm basically in my underwear lifting.
See, it was strange for me, Matt, because when I asked Cody to, hey, reach up under there and just pull that slack out, him and Paul started getting into a fight over who could reach up my singlet. It was very weird, but apart from just battling out in the Rap 242s, they were also battling it out on who could reach up my singlet. I don't know if that's a related topic or not. But yeah, I thought that was.
I had a very
I think
funny
that's the
moment of
tradition
that.
in 242s, isn't it?
Maybe
it's customary.
Matt, did you hear what Paul was singing when I was rapping him for his third?
No, I missed that.
So I just gave him like a 6 or a 7 on his first 2, and I didn't want to crank on him at all. Like, dude, if you're not used to my 10, and those were some pretty brand new raps he had, like, I don't want to fuck you up. I don't want you up there thinking, oh my God, my knees hurt. Like, I want you folks on the lift. And
hold on, why don't you afford me the same courtesy? You just cranked
because fuck
you asked for an 8, and I gave you an 8. You're like, whoa, buddy.
You're a touch tougher than the rest of us, Scants. You get my 10 every time. But he pulled me aside. He's like, hey, just go ahead and let me have it. I was like, are you sure? Like, do you know what you're asking for here? He's like, just let me have it. I want to get this squad. I was like, okay. So I told him before that, I was like, hey, I'm not bullshitting you. If you've not had a 10 rap from me, just go elsewhere. You need to be thinking about the lift. I should hear you breathing 100 miles away. Like all the normal shit. Like, do not think about, ow, this hurts. Think about the lift, right? And he's like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. Like, all right. A couple minutes go by. Scants gets through his. I got him timed out. Like, all right, I'm going to start on you, right? And I start on him like 3 lifters out. He starts singing "Forever and Ever Amen" by Randy.
That is phenomenal, and what a banger of a song to choose.
I was about to say, I've had some guys do some odd shit to try to cancel out "This Really Hurts," but that was a new one on me. That was actually kind of tough to keep my composure. But I was just singing along with them on "I'm gonna up you."
We've got a rapping song in our crew, and if Shoot to Thrill comes on while somebody is rapping these, they are getting fucking obliterated for whatever reason because it's just a great squat song. But I did have one quick good story about reaching up singlets that's too funny not to talk about. It was it was last summer at 2025 RPS Nationals. That was a great meet. Like, Chris Mark got to see some equip lifting up close and personal, spotting Joe Stein and everything. Like, we had a riot there, but our training partner's son was competing, and the kid was 17 at the time. He's laying down. He's wearing a band shirt, and I go and I'm pulling down on the bottom of those shirts because they love to like just climb up into your throat while you're getting your hands set. And I get a whole handful of shirt and I yank it down, and he's grabbing the bar and he goes, "That's my dick." Like I had a whole handful of his fucking junk, and I'm like, "Good, wake up, motherfucker, and bench this." You know what I mean? I mean, you don't need no ammonia cap when you get a whole handful squeezing on your nuts and your dick. And I'm like, did I just grab a minor by the penis? Do I need to go to jail for this? I did ask his dad for consent first.
Yeah.
Can we edit this out in post, Steve? Or
No, I'll keep it
in. You sound like a gay retard asking that question.
And I'm proud of it.
Patriot.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody had asked me, one of my go-tos is when I pop someone on the back, I'll wake up. And then if it's a third or a big attempt, it's usually wake the fuck up, something like that. And after one of you, it's probably your last squat, we come back there and the guy working the table said, "I don't think these guys are asleep, just so you know that." I was like,
And to be clear, I'm not a guy that gets his back slapped. So you torqued me when I was like, "Sweet suffering fuck boys."
Again,
see, I'm the opposite.
I can't believe you can even feel that. Come on now.
Oh, I got to pretend like I'm asleep. We did get the
video of on Bryce's third. Apart from that entire thing and all of us together just being a highlight of the meet. For those that haven't seen it, go back and watch that. Cody, who should have known better, and like he said, as it happened, he went, "Fuck, I know where I'm standing." He was right in the line of fire of my windup. So to pop Bryce on his last one, which was one of the better overall slaps I've given anyone ever, it started with me backhanding the shit out of Cody. So on the video, all you see is Cody's head snap back, and
yep.
Bryce. Yeah, Cody, you know better. Come on,
it's his own damn fault, man.
Yeah, he was done squatting by that point anyway. He had a little bit of time to come back to consciousness from that one, although he should have been evaluated for CTE maybe.
He's okay.
Yeah, I told him it probably helped his IQ anyway.
he said after he was a little worried. He was like, when you hit me, the first thing that occurred was like, shit, that's gonna mess up Dillon's hit on Bryce. Like he was like in that split second, like, damn it, that's what he was worried about, is not getting hit. Was, oh fuck, I just messed up Dillon's slap. I said, actually, it's the first time I've had a rebound, so it's like throwing you can hit a home run off of a fast pitch, right? And it's the same thing. Like when I felt Cody's nose, it just rebounded right back into Bryce. So actually, it probably helps, almost like a reverse band. I got some over eccentric off his skull.
Some conjugate backslapping going down.
Yeah.
That overspeed eccentrics, you go down so fast.
Somebody was like, "Do they like you doing that?" And I said, "I don't care if they like me doing that. And secondly, they can't feel me doing that. They better, if they feel me hit them, they're fucked anyway. They need to be thinking about that bar over there and what they need to be doing right now."
You see this top T trophy?
Yep. Oh, Scants, did we talk about your deadlifts at powerlifting? I think that's the only. Yeah, we got to get there to button up the powerlifting day.
He was being all shy about his accomplishments over there.
It wasn't too much. It was well under my PR.
Yeah, but you pulled all three, and you were, I know after your opener, you're like, I don't know how big of a jump I'm going to take. It moved really fast on your second, and you went after it. And
I was trying to be smart with it because I was just like, I want to go into the fives again, but I'm like, fuck, it's not coming up. So I was trying to keep myself.
I was glad that you took a good enough jump where it wasn't like just chipping your second. Like you still took a 10 or 12 and a half kilo jump.
And yeah, the minimum I'm going to take is a 10 kilo. That's
so you know what I mean?
So, which I'm real sure that was a 15 kilo jump, Scants. Like, not to brag, that's your credit too, but like I'm real proud of your attempt selections that we made, like as it went throughout. Like you're spot on with everything.
Yeah, we got a little. We pulled the brakes a bit back. I think I only took 5 pounds or 5 kilos actually on my third, because you were thinking like I was going to go a bit more, and I was just like, my hands weren't going to take it because they were. Thanks fuck for those quick calls, but my hands were shredded from the day before. Plus this day, I near dropped all 3 friggin' deadlifts. like I said, just thank God for a fucking quick call on Buddy, because yeah, if we would have gone 5 pounds more, dude, there was no way I was holding that at the top. So
How
Yeah,
did
your I guess I'll say the tact on all those was perfect. That's actually the biggest criticism I have on Bryce. The only reason Bryce's number one problem as a lifter that I've been on him for years about is slow down.
Yep.
And this is coming from me. I get it. You get all jazzed up and you want to go fucking bite the barbell in half. Trust me, I know that feeling, but you have to slow down. You have to think your way through. You can be big, tough Billy Badass on your opener and probably on your second, but your third, you need to think your way through third heavy attempts, right? So a little criticism straight up on Bryce. His third bench, the only reason he missed it is because he got in a hurry, let his left elbow kick out, lost all tightness in the bottom, and tried to do a tape press to lock a bench out. Wasn't going to happen. It's because he got in a hurry. Then he did it again. He missed his third deadlift on his second deadlift.
Yep.
He got in too much of a hurry. And if you go back and watch that video, his left hand is probably a full inch, if not more like 3 fingers off from his right. So that second pull, which I think was like 780, I want to say something along those lines, that was to secure the 2005.
793.
That was to secure his 2005 total. He got in too much of a hurry on that. He handoff placement and let the bar drift way out in front of him more than he normally does. Had to put more juice into that second attempt than he should have. His third was technically a sound perfect deadlift. It's just he wasted the gas on his second and didn't have. He failed in proper position on his third, but he missed his third.
Well, even his third, he rushed it a little bit. Like he rushed his setup a bit, where it was like you need to slow down, you need to calm down, and just
controlled
get
application of violence.
Because and how did this, going back to Paul now, how did Paul's lift look? Because he told me what he was opening with, then he told me what his second was, and between his second and his third, because he went 402 and then 430, and then he said he was going for 475, and I go, no, you're not, you motherfucker, you're going 462 if you're going 430. So how did the 462 go on his third?
I feel like, didn't he grind and just decided like it wasn't worth the fight to gas myself for the other lifts or something?
He went 3 for 3 on squat.
Okay,
Matt, that was Cody. Matt, on
Okay.
his third, because last year that's what he did. He grinded, and I give him all the credit in the world. He ballsed out his third squat last year, but it honestly fried him for the rest of the meet. And I think the weight cut too, that big of a grind coming off of a weight cut. So this year he did. He was like, I grinded on it for about 2 seconds, flashback to last year, and was like, you know what? Let's go bench and deadlift. So smart. But I honestly, Steve, I don't hardly remember Paul's.
Okay.
I don't remember there being any drama to he got it.
Well,
like,
it was just that, like, I tried to tell him that, like, I never want a first to second to be a smaller jump.
Correct.
Or right. It's always got to be the bigger jump.
Correct.
Because then you have that perception of the change in weight from the second to third shouldn't feel heavier.
Correct.
Where when you go, like, if you take 315 and you jump to 355 and then you go to 405, it's going to feel heavy. If you go 315 to 365, 405 feels like a normal jump.
Correct.
And so where he wasn't doing that, and I was just like almost losing my shit here as I'm texting him. So I'm texting him on a cell phone, and then I'm getting messages from Matthew Sundling on Instagram. So I'm flipping between apps with the two lifters at the same exact time. And I'm like freaking the fuck out for Paul, because it was like he's going off script a little bit. I'm like, no, don't do that. I gave you your numbers.
Yeah.
I hate coaching. Like online coaching, I despise.
I do know, and we got to spend some time with him on his sumo, on his actual in-person technique, because he did some tremendous conventional deadlifting with his feet wide. Is how I term that. Like, those hips that you're not using at all. It's amazing. Your hamstring,
it's all low back. Yeah,
right. Like he is just low back, and it's tough to watch him sumo pull. It's like you're not even using your hips. Like
No.
We got to work with him on that.
Yep.
For
Well,
both of
so
them, if we
hopefully
got
Crew
them,
Falls, like they just need people to lift with at Crew Falls where we can just yell cues at them.
You know what? You know what's wild about that? It's almost like, man, I don't know. This is strange. Like, there's all these guys in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, that all have their own personal gyms that they lift by themselves with, and it's just, oh man, wouldn't that be cool if, like, I don't know, all you people training for the exact same fucking thing? I don't care whose gym, but wouldn't that be cool if y'all got together and trained together every so? What a novel thought that would be, huh?
Well, it was funny because like all of the things that we talked about would like slow it down. Like when I went over Steve's house and it was like, he's same thing, like a puppy dog getting ready to squat a big weight. And it's like he's added almost 100 pounds to his squat in a year. And it's like he's going on racket and he's just fucking strong from just, having gumption. And I'm like, dude, you got to slow it down. Like, get underneath there, pressurize everything, get your back tight so that when you pop it, it weighs nothing. Like if it weighs something, you fucked up on your unrack. And then he's like,
well,
I've never heard that. And it's like, do it. And then he's just like, oh, it's magic.
well, Jess,
Yeah.
what's our number one cue that we use in our crew is telling people to settle. They
Yep.
pick a weight out of a mono, settle,
You
hold
love
it for that.
telling people that.
Yeah, because when people pick it, if it's a strong pick and they pull it out of the hooks with authority, that bar is already bouncing. You want that to completely stop. Same thing on a walkout. Like you walk out, you settle, you brace. Even after you brace, like when you take that breath, like that bar is moving up and down a little. You got to take that extra second, like, you're going to be okay holding your breath for 1 or 2 extra seconds for that bar not to be whipping before you even crack at the knees or, even on the bench.
I believe I yelled that at you for your third bench. I yelled at you to settle just because I wanted to feel like I was doing something.
Well, and you know what? If you watch the video on the re-rack, like Dave Tate's talked about this, like when he learned how to settle a bench, you brought the bar comes out. I sit there and hold it. By the time I got the rack command, I mean, the bar couldn't make it into the hooks because I had compressed my body and sunk into even that pretty firm pad a good bit. And it makes the whole world of difference. And that's that slowing down thing we're talking about a little too. Like
you
that
had a
little
hard
bit of
time with
settle.
your re-rack, but Derek was on that side, so he helped you out.
I don't care what happens once I get the rack command. The spotters are there to help me get it in. All I got to do is lock my elbows out. You know what I mean?
That's it.
So if
I'm just saying, I'm glad they helped you and that you didn't die, Matt.
Oh, I'd be fine. You've seen me drop 4 plates from damn near lockout free fall to my chest before, and I didn't feel
I was
that.
just rewatching that video earlier today. Seems
The
like it was
horrors
only yesterday.
of denim bench shirts, man. I want to get into another one again.
Yeah, Matt, I know me and you have discussed that a bit, but like I actually do as a bencher, I prefer meets that have start commands on bench because that forces me to let it settle, let me sink into the bench, and then go. Like I actually prefer.
I
think
actually got
even at APF meets, I'm get Cody to give me a start command just for that, like just to make me settle. And he tells me when to go.
I think that's one of the best things I got when I went and benched with Jimmy Kolb. Like he was like, you're running out of gas a little bit, and he showed me like how and when to rebreathe after the handout, and that also gives me an opportunity to not quite flex my lats as hard until I get that start command. And it number one, you're flexing against the weight instead of just the bar in the rack, and you also get that extra little bit of air while you're settling it, and everything's sinking you down in. Is night and day difference for me.
Yeah. On Paul's pull, Steve, a thought I do have for you on his next going around. He may have been pulling off blocks too often, actually. Like
I can see that.
It's all his hip positioning too. And on his third, that's what it looked like. Like your hips tried to turn that into a block pull, and it's like,
well, and so his biggest enemy is his ego too, where it's like he was using the blocks to avoid excess range of motion for aggravating the low back, but he also wants to pull like 660, and it's like we're not there yet. Calm down. We're gonna get there, but like for the most part with his programming, he's basically like free to do everything on his own. Like I'll let him pick whatever he wants to do, and it's just a simple, 5-3-1. Just rotate your exercises. Use judgment. Like me and Paul or me and Bryce are basically like giving him ideas, but like it's up to like he did like higher reps on boards after everything else, but it wasn't heavy enough to actually get anything out of the boards. And it's like you're kind of like his best board was like 345, and his best bench touch and go was 345, and it was like you're not actually overloading anything when you touch a four board with 345. You're not doing anything there.
Yeah.
If we're using the boards, go super heavy. Make sure that you have your spotter set up because we're not going to die. But like, go balls out with that with the shorter range of motion, and then move on. And that's an accessory. It's either
Mm-hmm.
the thing to use as potentiation first to see where you're at for the day, and that'll gauge how hard to go on your actual working sets, or it's the back down thing where it's like, okay, now we're going to overload the triceps for threes or fives or whatever, but it's going to be heavy and hard.
I
Yeah.
like too on those high board
Yeah.
presses, and this is a thing that I got from Tom Schmidt is like, however many boards you are, that's how many seconds you hold it at the top when you finish a rep. So you have that time under tension. Like if you're doing a four board, you're going to hold it for 4 seconds after you lock it out, one board, little bit. So that way you're getting, especially at raw bench speeds, you're replicating that time under tension and the brace and everything, because a lot of times, you miss a bench is because you can't get tight enough or you can't maintain that tightness throughout the duration of a full
And
range grinder.
you know what was weird? So I put my single ply Rage size 50 on, and I can slide it on and I can put it on within a minute on myself. And I was eating shit on a four board with 445, where like my best ever is 465. And like the week before I hit 435 ish. So I was taking a 10-pound jump, missed it, and I was just pissed off at myself. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put on the shirt. Haven't used it in forever. I don't have kids here. I got time. And I started with that 445, same thing, 4 to the four board. But just having the shirt on and having everything a little bit wider, flaring the elbows a little bit more, my rear delts and my traps were so much more stable in the shirt. It was unbelievable where I went 445, 475, and then 505, and everything just popped perfectly. Just like, and then the next day, it was the first time I've ever actually felt like my rear delts from benching were
I
actually
think
sore.
it's something about the pressure of the shirt forward makes you contract your back harder, because I had this problem forever. Like every time I raw bench, like I couldn't use my lats and it looked like shit. And then I'd put the shirt on and immediately my back would get 3 times tighter. And I don't know if it's because your back is fighting that tension of the chest panel or whatever, but it's, you get something else out of that aside from the pressing and everything else. You're flexing everything harder.
Yeah.
Matt,
So that was something where,
something I want to point out about our benches, Matt. So you noticed having gone through meet prep with me and you followed the exact same shit I was doing. That's why I program us so often on, to your point of like feeling. I learned that from Cody and I's main mentor years ago. It's like when you do a board press, don't forget you didn't just cut the range of motion to touch. You also cut your lockout short too. So Matt, that's why we did so many doubles and triples even off of a 1 and a 2 board this cycle, because it's like in my mind I'm like, remember what our peak week, I told you that, like my experience, at least the way we lead into to meets, if you can double it off a 1 board, and this is usually pretty true for raw too, you should be able to full range press it. That's not always a 1-to-1, but boy, that's usually pretty close, right? And one more thing to point out, you went through that entire cycle with me. How many times did I have us touch?
I don't think I touched once.
0. And you got all 3 of your, and both of us PR'd, right? Like,
well, I think that 1 board double, it gives you that, like, it's the second rep that really matters. The second rep is what feels like, locking out after that, granted it comes off the chest fast, but that last inch, like I was grateful Jess was able close enough by that she could give me a little 3-2-1 so I know where I'm at in space, because you can't feel it. It's like a depth call almost for bench. And that's, without that, I don't know, like, am I an inch and a half away or am I half an inch? Like, how much do I need to move my body to feel this? How fast do I need to move it? Do I just need to push up harder? It's that, but that time, that last little bit feels like it takes forever. It takes the time of taking a one board, locking it out, coming back down, is the whole, eccentric phase for me.
Yeah, when people talk about my ability to grind benches out, that's why I have that ability. It's not necessarily, yes, my triceps are fairly impressive. I get that, but that's really where my grind comes from, is doubles and triples. Like a single to grind, in my mind, I'm just thinking my way through the lift the whole time. Like, at no point do I think I'm going to miss. I just know, hang in there, keep ripping the bar. You lock a bench out with your pinkies, press towards your feet. And that's basically it. Steve, I do want to point out one more thing on Paul's pull, that I told him that, again, we got to work on this with him. In his sumo stance, he is trying to pick the bar up. Like, he is trying to raise the bar straight up. And like I told him, I said, if you want to pull sumo, go watch this is construction equipment guy. Go watch a scissor lift, right? All of not one hydraulic on a 26-foot scissor lift is pointing up. Every single one of them are forcing all of the you're underneath it, right? So I said it's the same thing. If you want to pull sumo, you don't pick the bar up. You're only thinking about driving your hips to the bar. Get your on the bar is a cue that we always use, right? And it's like, stop picking the bar up. You need to be driving your hips forward if you want to pull sumo.
Oh yeah, no, that's one thing that because like my sumo is god awful, because like having titanium screws going diagonally in your hips for 20 years, you don't have much mobility. So like mine is just a frog stance that's god awful, no hips, it's just absolutely terrible. So like me being able to not coach that, or I can't feel what they're looking to feel. So finding the right cues isn't very easy for me on that one.
I do think Paul, and never mind how ply curious him. And by the way, Bryce has mentioned to me 100 times how much he wants to do a single ply meet and squat 1,000. And I don't care where he's at. I will fly to wherever he wants to do that. We got to get Bryce in gear. But seriously, with Paul sumo,
well, he's got off the after the show Grease that I can probably reveal on his. I put some ideas into his head as I was just using the Socratic method of what because like he accomplished his goal. He hit the 2,000-pound total in wraps and then in sleeves. So he didn't know what he wanted to do next. And so as I'm, inquiring with him and saying,
I think he knows what he wants to do next.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that after we record it, because I may have given him a roadmap that I don't even know if it's true or not, but there may be a roadmap to some place that he really thinks he might want to go.
I'm gonna just start sending him Blaine Sumner highlights, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
So
it has to do with Blaine Sumner, though.
Yeah,
I do think if Paul would pull in just a good, like, not falling off of him, but obviously not gangster, but just a pair of single ply briefs, if he could, that would probably teach him that sitting down into the gear to use it, and that would get him to open up and actually get his dick on.
If only somebody had some 242 briefs that were a little bit baggy. Paul's going to have to send a DM to me, because I might have a pair for him to use. I have a question to spin this back to the strongman. Jen, do you think you would ever, or Ben, would either of you ever consider trying a suit for deadlifting? Just like Scott Dodds is getting into a little bit of gear for strongman?
I'm considering it for the one I'm doing in November.
Is it legal in that competition?
Yeah, I looked at the rules today.
Oh, nice. How about you,
the
Jen?
max deadlift?
I probably won't.
Yeah. Well, you've already got a lot of like hip strength and everything with all the years of pulling sumo for powerlifting, right?
Yeah. I guess my point is I want to be efficient in what I'm doing and I want to continue to do strongman. Um I'll tell you guys afterwards some stuff in the grease, but
In the
There it
grease.
is. And that's it for tonight, folks. Goodbye.
But I guess what I'm was trying to say is I know my limits and I'll only ever be able to do local stuff. And so I don't know. I feel like if I can consistently at my age stay in the 300s, like there's probably no purpose for me to even learn a new a new
Yeah.
method in my mind. But not to say
Well,
I
For
wouldn't,
now.
but
For
like maybe
now.
if I was like 20 years younger, learn something new. But at
I'm
this point,
thinking of it more of like for the like joint compression aspect. Like most of the reason that I like deadlifting equipped like in the sumo stance is like it just beats me up far less. Like my raw
yeah,
conventional
that's
pull
true.
is very close, but just having that joint compression because I cannot pull sumo raw. It's like 100 pounds less. But it I don't wish any hip issues on you ever, but just it's happened like for Jess, she was getting some joint pain, and that's how we suckered her in. But don't mind me, I'm quite biased towards equipped lifting, but I like to see it in the strongman too. Like I had a fun
Yep.
time working with Dan Eager on his suit technique and stuff too. And it does change it a little bit, especially when you're trying to get to the bar with straps on. It's one more hurdle to climb over. So it's,
Yep.
is it worth, that extra effort and stuff? Depends how much you would get out of it. I was just curious, if any of you would go for it.
Yeah.
I'd have to see what it does, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
Scants, all of our lifting buddies down here, which remember we're in like peak Texas APF country, right? But all of Cody and I's mentors that are in their 50s and 60s that are still squatting 6, 7, 8s at competition, when they ask like, so who's this Scants guy of yours? We'll tell them who you are. The thing that they're most impressed with, all of them, is like, and he's still lifting raw. And I'm like, he hadn't completely blown up yet, but all of our buddies are always like, you got to
Yet.
teach this Scants guy about gear, man. If he want, like, he'd keep lifting another 20 years if he's like, I know, but he one step at a time.
Trick is all the rest of my joints fail, so my hips are still in pretty good shape. So
Yeah.
it's
well, so
perspective.
let's circle back to Mo then, because Mo, you're still able to compete in weightlifting. I feel like
Yeah.
that's a much more of a young man sport.
I don't know. I've been healthy. Maybe it's because I was working in college athletics, so I've trained, but I didn't get to do a lot of meets until I left the college setting. So, yeah, I've been healthy. I train smart. I train hard, but yeah, I don't know. I think getting into weightlifting has helped me keep my shoulders
Hmm.
healthy. It improved my mobility, pressing overhead, jerking overhead, um, and snatching. I think that's kept my shoulders healthy, and yeah.
You just wanted to be in that sport so you could say snatch and jerk and
Yeah.
all those fun
Well,
words.
Mm.
I think there's something to be said about like having a joint range of motion and being able to maintain it. Like even for myself with all this benching and taking the time off of squatting, like the first time getting under the bar, I'm like, oh my God, like this feels terrible trying to externally rotate like that. Where with your mobility, like if you are able to maintain those ranges of motion and you never stop doing them, then there's no reason why you should lose it, which is a good thing
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I think you maintain that range of motion, you're doing it, and fortunately, I haven't had any major injuries that have then limited my ability to do
You
that.
know
So.
what? I think your twin just took double injuries for you. So, you know what I mean?
Like
Well,
as
that's
that
that's
stranger
that
once said,
conversion rate.
you look like you could take a punch. I'm like, what the fuck did you say?
So Ben, you have a suit or
No, I've just been thinking about it. And then Paul in February, he was trying to he was putting a little earworm into me getting a squat.
So Ben, are you you normally lift OSG or strongman
No, I
core?
haven't even.
USS.
I've done. Yeah, it's usually USS, but
Okay.
I've done one strongman core, and then I'll do two strongman core.
Cool. No, I was just a couple years ago. I was looking into starting to try out to suit a little bit there, and I reached out to our national rep about an event that we're coming up there, like actually strongman corps getting out of suits for pulls at all. So she was like, I wouldn't even bother unless you're just doing it for fun. You'll not see suits and comps. I'm like, oh fuck, there's no use learning that then. So
Actually, the one I'm considering it for is the strongman core.
Very good.
I will
And
say
so
the
just straight
number
from the
one.
floor, what's the event?
Oh, max the max.
Yeah.
I will say if you do get a suit, Ben, make sure you get some Velcro straps because you'll be able to ease your way into it, especially pulling conventional. A lot of that, it just like it kind of helps keep your chest upright so you don't round over as much. But then it's also good for different heights of events. Like you can have like a warm up strap tightness or from the floor, but if you get the wagon wheel deadlift, you can crank those straps down to where you'd never be able to grab the bar sitting on the floor. But then when you're at the 18-inch pull, it's almost like it kind of gives you like a little bit of eccentric loading on your deadlift. If you think about it like loading a spring, like you come down in a squat, like you're loading all your tissue and everything, but you don't get that in the deadlift. But as you like pull yourself down to the bar, you preload that gear a little bit. It can give you a little more pop. But, like I said, if similar to like if I do like a heavy block pull and I crank my straps, like I could put another 75 pounds off what I can pull from the floor. But that's no good for a power lifter. But in a strongman where sometimes you have the 18-inch deadlifts and whatnot, you know what I mean? It could really make a big difference for those
Yeah.
higher pulls where you're especially because your body's not compressing as much getting down. You're kind of just putting it in your back. So it's a way to like, force some tension into your hips and stuff and stay upright. But if you're ever looking for gear, I know a guy who's the admin of the best gear exchange group on Facebook, and there's a lot
Oh
of
my
used stuff out there.
Matt is
There
just
she
an
is.
addict, just
No,
itching to get people in gear.
Hey,
And
don't
well,
don't take that,
Never
Matt.
say never.
How many bench shirts do you own right now, Matt?
well,
Beyond. Oh wait, no, Jess. Don't. Jess is online here. Shut. Don't ask a question like that.
technically four,
Two.
but one of them is just for the history, which is the France double denim that I'll probably never lift in, but I'm proud to own it. And a good friend of mine gave it to me. So just 3 bench shirts, and that's all I need.
And all of us in Wolfpac know the significance of how small that number is actually for you, and I applaud you for
Yeah.
that. That's a big thing for you. This is a recovering addict that is Buffalo. So
Mhm.
To be fair, I also have 3 of the exact same shirt in 3 different sizes.
Yeah, that's far better than having every make and model from every manufacturer.
Yeah. Well, and Matt, I also have the cheapest shirt that isn't a blast shirt.
Yeah, you have the nipple remover 5000. Those things are straight sandpaper. They're worse
That's
than
fine.
katanas.
If I can get 100 pounds out of it, I'm fine.
Yeah.
It just
You
Matt,
means
have
I
your
get my raw
nipples.
bench up higher. That's fine.
I never thought I'd see the day where I own more bench shirts than you again, but here we are, and I'm proud of you for it. So kudos to you, buddy.
Yeah, we're gonna keep
We
it that
are.
way too. Right,
Amen.
Jess?
Again, what was the best thing I was hammering on you before we even really started our meet prep was you need to pick a fucking shirt that you have no doubt you can touch in, and we'll work off it. And you did fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And I don't even need to buy a squat suit because I now can fit in Jess's deadlift suit with briefs under it. So we're not even though I sold 4 or 5
That's
suits.
adorable.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
another piece of history. That's Janae Croc's France canvas
Yeah.
from like the 2000s, and it's just like you're
You
wearing a
can't
piece of
have
history.
that. That's mine.
It fits me so good, and it's collecting dust as your deadlift suit because what do we equip lifters not like to do is deadlift.
Boys and
I'm not
girls,
doing a
tune in next week to hear what Matt has ordered.
Oh
Better
boy.
be nothing.
nope, nothing.
We'll see.
I was about to say,
You're
Matt,
gonna
even
buy
on
something
that
for
note,
Ben.
even on that note, I was telling you, pick a shirt and go with that. I changed shirts this training cycle more than you. Like, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, flowers to you, buddy. That's why you had such a good bench.
Because I had stuck to my groove that I'm very comfortable with. So,
Yeah,
well,
I had to call an audible about
Yeah.
halfway through as my 220 to 198 drop kicked in. I was like, "Ugh, that evil twin's not quite what it used to be." And really, that F6 is pretty blown out too. But I knew
So
I could at least touch something in it.
what's making the push to 181 in theory?
I just have a bug up my ass that I'm really sure that I can bench a 5+ at
Okay.
181. So it's just challenge. It's like, can I
Okay. Yep.
can I get my walking around weight to 190, which should be fine. My like true final before I started cutting
Your
for the
final form.
around weight was like 202. So
Okay.
if I take another 12 pounds, then I'm easy in range to cut for a 24-hour, like a local meet to
Okay.
180. And I'm pretty confident, as long as I had a shirt figured out, that I could bench over 5 at 181, which is pretty cool. It's fairly
my old training partner Pat, he used to weigh like 209, and we're very fat, but like we would call him a bikini model if he was below 209. So
yeah.
I don't know if you're just becoming the bikini model if you get down to 190, or
He's
that's
swearing off the
181.
crowbar. Sorry, Bryce. No more crowbar for Dillon.
Yeah.
Big boys only. All my
Candace does
homies hate being under 200.
Candace does appreciate the cut back down. She's complimented a number of times on it. But I will say this: I will let anyone that can out bench me, regardless of body weight, shit talk my body weight. But until they can do that, I just pat them on the back and say, "Good job."
Yeah.
Not just the total.
No one gives a shit about totals. What are you talking about?
That's not what I heard Bryce say earlier in a group chat.
Well, see, I was fucking with them. I was like, does that ever bother you? Like, after the meet, we're like, everyone's congratulating everyone, right? But people will tell Bryce, man, that's a great lift and all that. But I'll get just as many, dude, that bench was awesome. This, that, and I was like, I did a third of the work as you and got to get
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. Now, I guess the trick there is you need to have the highest bench of the meet to get that. If I'd have benched like a 300, something tells me I probably wouldn't have quite got that many compliment, but
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
you were still the biggest bencher of the meet, so it doesn't matter.
Last year I had a ping pong shirt guy outrun me though, and that kind of stuck in my craw all year. I didn't want any ping pong shirt.
I won't go down that rabbit hole, but
I'm gonna break my arm trying to bench in a bing bong shirt.
Yeah. I gotta work tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to dip out. I would like to stay on for another hour. Jen, I want to hear what I missed out. Either message me or
I'll message
one of
you.
your boys tell me. Okay, perfect. But my butt's got to get to sleep.
Time?
Yeah, well, at the very least, I got to dip out for the night. So,
all right, we'll call the recorded section over now. Then.
Oh, great.
Ooh, grease time.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to deliver.